I believe we left off with everyone running through the city streets. Thaxel, you saw some reapers. You've lost that initial compulsion to have and keep the book. Whether or not it continued as a matter of pride or point at that after that, that's different. But you did see some reapers flying in with their billowing black smoke trails from behind their flight path. They are far enough away where they haven't seen you per se, but they've been notified of this area. Aga, you were a ways up, having skirted ahead with Nobella, and came across a T intersection that had in the middle of it a number of sophisticated brigands. Yeah, like that you kind of clued in with your check there that it's probably something that Tassos, called out to. And you were able to duck down an alley.
Yeah, I was gone.
Nice.
I've disappeared into the shadows, going clink, 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 clink.
Right. Nice.
Did I see where Aga had snuck, or was he too far ahead of me?
Oh, I wasn't sneaking. I was sprinting. Yeah.
Or sprinting.
I just sprinted down a side alley.
Did I see the side alley that Aga sprinted
You can
down?
make a perception check with disadvantage. Because wait, what form are you in?
Myself.
She's herself.
Your regular self? Yeah, you probably wouldn't have seen it. He was 100 some feet ahead, I think. So it would have been out of your
crowded street.
Yeah. Yeah, street's not. Yeah, they're narrow enough where you get lost in things, and it's evening. So.
Okay. Oh.
I mean, you know which way 18. He was running. You just didn't know you were running. 18, nice.
No. I had an 18, and then the second one tipped over to a 1.
Oh.
So 10. Wait. I'm going to use one of my, what is it again? D10?
Luck? Oh,
you're... No.
D10, yeah. And
D10.
This is for which check? Are you doing that perception?
Perception.
Okay.
Okay, so a 1, 10, and I rolled a 10, so 20.
21. Jesus Christ. I rolled a natural 1. Surprise, motherfucker.
No, just a dirty 20. Not 21.
So you would have heard the clunking trail off to the side, but you're not sure which alley he took. There are like 2 alleys up ahead. And he was far enough you couldn't see, but you kind of heard it clunk, 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 kind of stereo off to the left.
Okay.
Did I go left or right? Because I
think
thought
you
I
went
had gone
left,
right.
But if you want to change it, you're welcome to. Or if you feel it was,
you're the one who knows where the world is. I'm headed for his previous place of residence, and the quickest way to get there.
Okay. Yeah, it would have been a left then. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Nobella ducked right, and then she jumped out, like, when she was worried they were going to see you. Like, what are y'all doing here? She poofed in front of the mafia type folks.
She was like, move. And they were like, what?
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll pick up with, you know what, if you two don't mind rolling an initiative check, just so I have an idea of, like, who to jump to first.
Oh, that was not good. Oh, shit, I don't even remember. -1 + 4. Ooh, 5.
Okay.
18.
That was a natural 2.
Nice. Fun. Only roll one for Nobella here.
20 billion, because monks.
She has +10 to her initiative? Damn.
Shit!
Well, she has a 28 in total. That's her dog. Okay. Now, while Nobella isn't here, I'm just going to say she is doing more distracting of the guards. She'll continue trying to distract them. I won't roleplay that out. I'll keep the juicy bits for you all.
Okay.
So next up would be Thaxel. There are Reapers incoming, but you have a number of alleyways left and right, and the road continues ahead of you as well.
Okay, so she wants to try to not draw attention to herself, but like go down or try to find the alley that Aga went down.
Okay. So if are you sprinting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Make a stealth check while you, with disadvantage because you're sprinting.
Oh my god, this thing keeps getting stuck. Okay. Come on. Oh! Oh. That was awesome. Sorry.
It's like it's good or bad. I don't know.
Well, then I had to think. What was the first roll? It was a 19 and a 17. So 17 plus 6. 23?
Okay. All right. So you hustle, you haul ass, and you get, what's your regular speed? 30?
Mm-hmm.
So 60? You've got probably another round before you get to the alley where Aga was. Aga, you've skirted around the corner down that left-hand alley. It's a moderately long alley, maybe 50, 60 feet long, before it comes out to the parallel street. As you're down the alley, you're actually heading toward that Sultan's Palace area.
Okay. Oh. I think... Mm-hmm. I think I'm just gonna move dash, just bolt.
Okay. Make a perception check as you're doing that, if you would.
Oh, that's much better. That's much better. Perception. It's a dirty 20.
Nice.
18 plus 2.
Ooh. All right, so you're hustling down this alleyway, and as you get towards the end to continue, you do a quick check, and you now also see a couple of Reapers heading from the Sultan's Palace over this way, probably 100, 120 feet away, up in the sky, flying overhead. But heading sort of like towards you, but trajectory is over you, back where you were. But it's kind of an open road, about 20 feet across this open road, and the moons are out.
I'm kind of curious as to whether or not it's a better idea to just flag them down and be like, sorry for the trouble, or whether it's a better idea to just try to avoid them in general. Would I have any idea, being here for however long I've been here, for whether or not the Reapers are forgiving if you're like, hey, sorry about the trouble, it's really nothing. Like, there's a dispute between us, but it's settled, nobody's been hurt. Like, is that like something you can actually do with the Reapers, or are they kind of unforgiving? Like, no, fuck you caused the problem.
It's more of the latter, in that if they have the permission to, then they are not only the judges, but the executioners too. They'll execute whatever punishment is.
Okay.
It is.
Well,
But
fuck it then.
typically they'll bring you back to the Sultan's Palace, where you'll be dealt with there. They don't typically
Execute in the
attack
street.
unless,
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I will probably try and stick close to the side of a building, and I won't by any means move at a stealthy pace. But I am going to try and put myself under awnings and stuff like that, so if they fly over, I'm not just immediately visible as a dude in full plate.
Okay.
So.
All right. So you begin doing that. Nobella isn't really going to get anywhere with these people, so she's going to bounce back in the shadow. I think I don't know how it works, but for flavor, and since she's not here, I'm assuming she can.
Dim or darkness, she can teleport up to 120 feet to another spot of dim or darkness.
Nice. Do you know if it's just she can do it as many at will?
Just whenever.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's just called. I think it's called Shadow Step or something like that. It's a Shadow Monk thing.
Steps into the darkness and dispel. Boy, where'd she go? And they sort of reform their little ranks there. Thaxel, you've got another round. You've got about another 60 feet to get up to that alleyway.
Another 60 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go, but trying to avoid the Reaper's gaze. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your stealth check, you do a pretty good job of the mafia types don't see you. You're hustling, kind of running between things. Excuse me. Let's see. With this turn, you're at the end of the alleyway, and you see, I think it wouldn't be in time to know that it's Aga, but you do see a form sort of cut out of the alleyway and off to the side.
Okay.
But that's at the end of your turn, end of your running.
Could I free action
Yeah.
say something? So instead of like yelling, because I don't want to draw attention to me, like under my breath, Aga, stop!
Just after you round the corner, Aga, you hear that.
I hear like a, Aga, stop! Well, how pissed does Thaxel sound?
She's impatient, but also doesn't want to get snatched up by Reapers. So she's like, it's like a nervous.
So she sounds borderline scared as opposed to angry.
It's more of a pissed scared than a pissed, I'm going to kill you.
More of a scared pissed than a pissed scared.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that what
I will. Oh. No, let me just. Oh. Okay. Okay, so Dan, this is a little bit of a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know we haven't actually worked out who I was staying with beforehand. I know I was working for the Sultan, but was I staying in the Sultan's palace or was I staying with compatriots from the past?
You would have been offered a residence, like a servant's residence at the, which is still really nice, of course, because at the Sultan's palace. So I'll leave it up to you whether you would have decided to take that or stayed elsewhere and traveled in, commuted into the palace.
If there were physical devils in the city, I would have stayed wherever was closest to them, because that's what I was familiar with. So that's kind of up to you, and I don't want to give away too much of your city. Like, I feel like that's fun to for you to bring out, but
okay, yeah, we'll say that there were some, and that you're heading in that direction, which is still kind of close.
Okay, so I will still kind of like pushing myself up against the buildings. I'll peek around the corner, and I'll kind of like look up, kind of like a gesture at Thaxel, like, come on. And I'll be like, shut up. And then I will duck around the corner and go to like the next corner and wait for her to show up.
Okay.
And I will just like in that fashion lead her to that spot. I'm trying to lead her to, so that we have like a safe place to hunker down that's not, where they can find us and be like, were you the ones causing problems? No, we were out of the city.
Right. All right. Thaxel, or do you want to go, how would Thaxel work with that? Because I can advance if you think that you would just continue.
I mean, I'm following him.
Okay. So you kind of dance around a few different ways, around a few blocks. If you can both just make a fresh stealth check as you continue along, because there's another, and a perception check. Stealth and perception. Stealth first and then perception.
Okay, so I'm going to use the big heavy die for stealth because plate mail. And also,
Nice.
I actually, you know what? I'm not using that one. I'm using these two because I have disadvantage because of plate mail.
Oh, right.
No.
That's a 14 and a 20, yo.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. What's my stealth, though? It's probably like negative.
Oh, okay, roll again.
Negative 1, yeah. So that's a 13 for Aga. And then for the perception, that's not great. It's a 7. I'm not rolling well.
Come on, dice. All right, and Thaxel, your stealth?
18 and perception 28.
Jeez. All right, so you're following Aga, and around a couple of turns, you do the yell under your breath thing again, as you see here and there a couple of those agents that you recognize possibly, working for Tassos. Yeah, Tassos is still behind and running into Reapers, maybe. All right, so you ultimately find your way to that residence, Aga, that you were staying at before you were staying with the party.
Okay. And I'm assuming I get there like just before Thaxel does.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll kind of like do like whatever, knock on the door, give the password, whatever the hell it is, walk in because I can go
Whatever
there.
the hell it is.
The first like official person I see who's like in charge of this place, I'll like, hey, there's a bit of a situation. Me and a employee need a place to lay low. Possibly 2 employees need a place to lay low for a minute. Can you provide?
Okay. Yeah. In fact, the person that opens the door is named Rupert, and they are in a bit of a disguise that makes them. I mean, they have a humanoid form already, but this is a type of devil that doesn't really leave this house too often because it's pretty obvious that they're not really, that they're straight from hell and not really the mingling type. And he still has some pincers on the inside of his mouth that kind of chatter and click a little bit. And you've dealt with Rupert before in your dealings and staying. He's sort of like your go-to for this building. But recognizing the knock, he opens it up.
Is this a fellow cold friend?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rupert.
Yes.
I need somewhere to lay low just for an hour or 2. Me, a friend, maybe 2.
Inside, yes. And he kind of looks.
And I'll turn around and I'll gesture at Thaxel and I'll get the fuck in. And I'm assuming at this point Nobella has actually managed to follow us.
Yeah, thanks to her shadow step and everything else and her monk speed, she's been watching like from the shadows and sees this.
And I'll look around and I'll be like, Nobella, because I have a shit perception. There's no way I see her.
She steps out of your shadow.
Oh, fuck. Inside.
In, yes. And it's sort of insect-like, humanoid insect, sort of in a makeup, like a disguise kit used to look a little more human. Yes. And it's 4 little arms and claws kind of pull the door shut behind you.
I'm picturing something from like Men in Black.
Yes, very much so, yeah.
Right before we walk through the door, I'm going to poof the owl. I'm going to say, just fly around here, keep an eye out, warn me if anybody starts following our trail.
Rupert licks his chops, watching your owl fly away.
Oh, you know what? The owl poofed. Tassos killed it. Never mind.
Right. Oh,
okay. Fuck you, Tassos.
Hey, that's my
you
lover.
Owe me, you owe me 10 gold worth of incense.
No, that's Thaxel's line.
Enter, yes. And he kind of like puts his little claw hand on the back of Nobella, pushing her in, and Aga and Thaxel, yes, and he shuts the door. And there's a very earthy odor in here. Very musty. The smell of dirt mixed into that and fresh, not fresh earth, stale earth. And you see a lot of plants growing in here, some with roots that go down through the floorboards into the ground. And the windows are all drawn with shades and such. It's dim light in here. So, kind of like hobbles his way over to you. Aga. Good to see
Rupert.
you again. And he kind of pinches at you a little bit.
As always.
And your friends. And he goes to kind of pinch at Thaxel.
Don't touch me.
Thaxel, relax. He could kill you and I.
That doesn't mean I want to be touched.
That doesn't mean you want to die either. Just relax.
Well, you don't know what I want.
Can we all just agree that this is the time where we should be quiet?
Oh, we can talk here, and he'll like walk over to like the nearest liquor cabinet because I'm sure he knows there is one.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, "There's nothing to do now. Either we got away or we didn't." And he'll start pulling out like liquor bottles and pouring himself a glass of something really fucking strong because he's literally. I think I'm at like 10 hit points right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
13. I'm at 13 hit points. So he's gonna.
So
Here you go, Thaxel, and he'll put a bottle down. And he'll just start sipping a drink.
Rupert goes over. First, he kind of looks at Nobel. Yes, ooh, and it does like a little pincer on the arms and feels like the jelliness of the delectable. Little pinchers.
You don't want to eat this, friend.
Oh, probably not. No.
No.
Kind of like hobbles over to a.
It'll make you sick.
I'll pull out the last animal I used for hellish communion, and I'll toss it to Rupert. Be like, that's leftovers.
I think kind of like pulls apart the rabbit, whatever it was.
Save those eyeballs.
Oh, wonderful taste. And spits one back out, puts it on the table.
Thank you. Where's the other one?
You'll have to wait about a day for that one.
Ew. Oh. No, the one is fine. Thank you. And I want to take or shoot my glance over to Aga and take my arm and like shove him up against a wall.
I'm sitting in a chair
Well,
at one of the
I now
tables.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm pretty tall. He's
Oh my.
like my height, like 6'2".
You're taller than me? Dang it.
He's
Saxel. Not.
I mean, he's a
Everyone's
fucking,
taller than me in real life.
yeah, he's a fucking like built ass dude who can carry around full plate mail and still move.
Okay, fine. Let me rewind. Take my dagger out and I put it up to your throat.
Well, I mean, that's not happening.
Where's the book?
It's not here.
Where is it?
He's definitely like hand on your wrist, like get that shit away from me.
Where's the book?
It's
Aga.
not here. And he'll gesture at his sides, you know, while still holding your wrist. And I don't have it.
She still holds her dagger, but she's gonna like hold it off to the side.
Really?
Where did you put it?
Somewhere safe.
That doesn't help me.
I know. I could have asked you where you put it after I told you to put it in my room, but
It told me not to.
it talked to you.
Matters speaking. Not so much with the words, with the it had a way with it.
Inside check?
Sorry, I got this.
What the
Sorry, there's like something in my keyboard, and I'm like, this is why I don't eat at my computer.
Oh, God. 24 with an
Oh,
18 plus 6.
All right. Oh.
You get good at reading people when you have to read devils most of the time.
7.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey. Because if I remember correctly, you decided to take the book before you had actually failed your saving throw.
You don't know.
So, I mean, meta knowledge, I know that. But it's up to you whether or not Aga knows that.
Well, listen, my intention was to leave it like you had requested, not told me to do, but requested, because no one tells me things to do. But it's Revis's. I was going to take a look, and then I wanted to study it more, because you weren't going to be back for a while. So...
Well, it looked like you were studying Tassos a lot more than you were studying
That,
the book.
you know what? Priorities, mate. Priorities.
After dark warding?
Nice.
Did you just say priorities, mate? Is it the first time I've ever heard Thaxel say the word mate? Is that how I know she's lying? That's her tell, she says mate.
Sure.
Well, no. That depends. Is there a comma or a colon in that sentence?
Oh my goodness,
no.
a colon.
Oh my god.
Priorities, mate.
Nice.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Nobel. Oh.
No, but you don't understand. I think we discussed this last time. It's been a while for you. Am I correct?
2 years.
Okay. I have needs. And when there is a hot, strapping man with thick buns, I am going to mount him till I'm satisfied and then study a book. That's how I process. I have to do physical activities, mental activities.
Nobella goes to the drink cabinet and also gets out something very heavy.
He's already got all the heavy shit on the table. He'll just pour you a glass.
Yeah, she just kind of like downs it. This is much knowledge I needed in my head.
Well, I'm sorry. It's very...
Yeah.
The image in my head is spectacular right now. And you interrupted part of that. And I didn't get a chance to look at what was in that book.
So, just out of curiosity, you do things physical first, mental second. Do you have any idea how I do things? Because it's
obviously
mental
not
first, physical second, right? And you interrupted my mental moment, so I interrupted your physical moment. That's how that works.
Honey, y'all got to go to the Sultan. I
got to get my ass kicked for the second time to make sure that this group could stay together. And I am so low on patience. Okay? So pardon me for expecting just one request to be fulfilled. You see, I've worked to help this group along, and I put in work and received pain, and I would like to receive something other than pain. That's why I left the hells. I did not come and join this group to get more shit. I get enough shit from them. And he gestures at Rupert.
He looks up over his shoulder.
At that, I'm going to cast Healing Word. And you get 6 points of healing damage, or healing...
Healing
That's
damage.
like, time to get healed. Yeah.
Feel better, bitch.
Yes! Oh my god, that's her tagline whenever she heals. Feel better,
That's
bitch.
her healing word is bitch.
Feel better, you bitch. She slaps
So
some
Breaking
healing
Bad.
into
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god. So she does
healing,
that.
Bitch. Fucking Jesse Pinkman. Oh no.
I love Jessie. So right after she does that, she's like, you want to talk about patience? Okay, I know we don't know each other all that well. Were you raised like everybody else in this world by like parents? Did you have parents?
He's just gonna kind of look over at Rupert. Rupert, how long have we known each other?
A long time.
Thanks, Dad. And he'll keep eye contact with you.
He goes back to working at his counter.
I don't know.
Real quick, the glance that I give to him when I say that, I would like to see what he's working on. He's not like brewing up something to kill us or to take out my friends or something, right? He's
working. So he has his back to you, but you see him sort of opening up little drawers and taking. You see a little root over here, and then something squirming. He's got all these different arms that he's using to pull things out. And just he's smash. You hear him banging on the counter in front of him, and
like a mortar and pestle grind. Like is he like
that too?
Alchemy over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right,
mm-hmm.
That's fine. Just gonna keep an eye on it occasionally.
Well, I don't know what it's like in the hells.
You don't.
I don't. You're right. But what I do know is what it's like to watch your whole family get murdered in front of you, almost get dragged away to Lord knows what. Like, I don't know what was going to happen after that. And be orphaned by 7. Okay? I have had patience long enough. I deserve to get my revenge, and you threw away my book. I want my book back. And then I'll give it to you. I never said I threw it
away. I said I put it in a safe place.
I'm throwing it away. I don't know where it is.
If I may, what does the book have to do with your revenge?
That's what I'm trying to find out. It belonged to Revis. Revis is at the top of my shit list.
Did you try to read it?
Yeah.
Could you?
Well, at the time, I thought I could.
But you couldn't, right?
Well, you didn't give me enough time.
Oh, I know you couldn't because I couldn't. If you give me time, I will read it, and I'll tell you exactly what it says.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's this thing that we've been working on in this group, I think, for a while. Okay, and it's that we have to a certain degree, trust other people, even if we don't want to. I don't want to trust you, Thaxel. You're impulsive, brash, dangerous, and make, quite frankly, stupid decisions very often.
Hey!
I'm just being frank with you. Come on. Okay, and so...
Is he wrong, though?
Maybe not the...
Duh, I'm not stupid.
You're not, but some of the decisions you make are.
Happens quite a lot with anybody.
I mean,
See, it's not just me.
it's not
I mean,
just
it's
you.
not. It's not just. It's not me. Period.
I mean, and he's just gonna go like down the rest of his drink and just and he's gonna. You see, there's a statistical value to everything, and when it comes to decisions being made, in poor decisions being made, the statistical value of them over the total number of decisions made is much higher in your case than it is in others, and that's all I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay.
See, don't
What?
worry about it. All I'm saying is that some of your decision-making skills lack patience. And
I have patience.
I am sure that in some things you do.
I have. So
I just
much.
worry that you're going to get me killed.
Oh no, no. Why
It's
would I do
already
that?
nearly happened like 4 times. Don't tell me it's not going to happen.
I wasn't gonna kill you. Who
No.
said that?
No, but I've nearly died 4 times when I
Honey.
could probably attach them to decisions you made.
Rupert
Probably.
Okay,
shuffles
so the
over
one in the-
and pushes his way in. Oh, yes, some patience, yes. Here, please, Aga, eat, yes. Get well. And he hands you a little bug creature. Like, here you go. Yes.
Is that for me?
Yeah. Yes, Aga, for you. To heal.
Do I recognize it?
No, but he always has some crazy healing things, and they tend to work. Sometimes some after effects of like, you know.
He'll grab it. Is it moving? Is it alive?
Oh yeah, it's like it's wriggling around.
Is it like a slug?
Yeah. Look at it. It's slimy, but it goes down, wriggling a bit.
Oh, prestidigitation. It tastes like sugar.
Oh, nice. It has a very sweet scream as you swallow it. Where it follows
Slimy
out
yet
here.
satisfying.
However,
Now, before the after effects of this happen, really, I do this thing.
nice, yeah. And you're healed substantially. That's let's see what it's going to be with that one.
My ice devil bug thing friend is just like, here, eat this slug, and I'm like, fuck it, man. What? It can't be worse than.
Nice. It's 21 points of healing.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, but I gave you part of that, or the 6 before that.
I'm still not full
I
health.
I helped.
Oh yes. Do any of you need some healing?
No, but if you have any more eyeballs back there, that would be great.
Dan, where did I get these wounds from? I have wounds on my sheet, but I didn't have any at the end of last session.
I think they were from Thaxel's casting.
Yeah.
When she did the Wrath of Nature, I think we did a little bit of damage to each of us. I think
Call lightning.
she
Call
missed Call
Lightning, I
Lightning because she had
evaded.
evasion.
You
Yeah.
evaded.
But I think that Wrath of Nature did a little bit of
Did I
damage.
get a little bit from Wrath of Nature? Okay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a lot, but
No, it's not a lot.
Healing then? Squirmy one. Yes. Yeah.
I think I'll be fine for the next little while.
All right.
got another one of those, Rupert.
Oh, I can work something out, yes.
You don't have to make it if it's not available.
Oh, it's all right. You know I don't
No,
mind.
really, I don't want to owe you.
Oh, well, that's the shame, isn't it, Aga? Loading kind of scurries back over, cleaning up his little workstation.
I have odd friends.
Told you that's dad, not a friend.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your father is weird as fuck,
Not
but
actually
also
my
quite
father.
intriguing. Well, you said dad, so what am I
That's fair.
like? Figure out what he is in relation to you, and then I will call him accordingly.
Leave me alone, I'm drunk.
Good. I like when Ak is drunk.
Oh, I was kidding. God damn it.
Nice.
As I go in close. This.
I want
Hey, Aga.
You're going close and he'll kind of like like this, and then the claws, the arm will go ching. Like,
Ching.
yes. What was that, Thaxel? Ching.
You better be careful. I still have my dagger out. You're not looking too hot still. Like, I'm looking amazingly swell. So I'm going to try to be nice. She takes out her eyeball that she received from Dad and dunk it into whoever's liquor bottle is there. And pop
my
it.
glass is just right in front of me.
Okay, and then it's yours. Dunk it and pop it.
Nice.
Does that make this a martini now?
It adds a little flavor to it. It's actually really good.
I never have tasted alcohol. And he'll press the digitation over the top of it.
You're
Tastes like apple juice.
You're lame. You are so lame. Where is Revis's book?
Dan, have I been away from the book long enough for me to... Should I make another saving throw, or is this
some saving throw? I think it's been plenty of time.
Because I think
now.
my answer is entirely dependent on that.
Ah, right.
Well, that's oh god, not great.
You can roll it with advantage, given the distance too, is another factor.
Well,
So
that's better. Oh, that's great. With advantage, that's a dirty 20.
Oh.
14 plus 6.
yeah, that compulsion is gone to hoard the book. The notion that it is you and only you that can wield it, dissipates as well.
Aga will kind of like and go to grab his helmet and he'll like start to take it off, and then it won't move, and he'll remember, and he'll go, it's back at the house, but we can't really go there right now, so I think we should have a discussion about how we're going to handle it so that this kind of thing doesn't need to involve Reapers.
Where exactly in the house is it?
I said at the house.
Okay. Where at the house is it? Because, like, you left it open, right?
He's touching it.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Mm-hmm. Wait right here. And I'm going to turn around because I haven't used it yet, I don't think, for the day. I'm going to get my sending stone and be like, do I know where I'm at? I don't know where I'm at, right?
I mean, you're not super familiar with this ring, but I mean, make a survival check just to see if you kept your bearings.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. Well, 13.
You have a rough idea, but not detailed.
Okay. Okay. Tassos, I am in a strange place with a devil thing near where the mob was located. Aga, Nobella, and I are safe. The book is unattended back at the house. But be careful. I spotted Reapers out.
Okay, you get a message back just a few seconds later. Thaxel, I saw the Reapers. Called the crew back inside. I'll return to the keep. We'll do a search. Stay safe. If we find it, where do you want it? Giggle.
I can't send a message back though, right?
I don't think so. Nope, not until the morning.
Okay, crap. Well,
Unless someone has messaged, Though I don't
think I
know
know.
if they can let you send it. I think they'd have to send it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, I think sending is what you're talking about because message is a cantrip and has to be within 100 feet.
Right.
Oh, what
'Cause
level
I
is
actually-
sending?
I actually
Sending
do have
is a
that one.
second
Ooh.
level.
I don't think
remember.
that's available to me though. No.
I mean, you'd still have to prepare it at the beginning of the day.
Right. Yeah, but I don't think as a druid I even have that option. So
Let's
So
see. let's
he'll
see.
add that the Reapers returned. Reapers are gone.
okay,
It is a 3rd level for Bard, Cleric, and Wizard.
okay, fine. Okay, guys, guy, gal, others. I'm only talking to Aganobella, not you back there. Although we should talk sometime. You're very interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a warning when you're dealing with him.
Uh-huh.
If you ever say, I'll give you this, you give me that, don't do it.
Go, Aga, go on. Don't listen to him.
Shut up, Rupert.
Do you have a supply of eyeballs that I can just buy from you?
Oh, don't tell him what you
I
want.
might have
Don't.
heard of such a thing somewhere. Do you like
I
them
was just
crunchy or
curious.
soggy or old new?
Don't tell him what you want. Just surprise him by walking up to his doorstep saying, give me this, and hopefully he doesn't ask for anything in return.
Keep it in mind. Never mind. Off to.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Goes back to his thing.
The Reapers are gone. We can head back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna. No. We're just gonna stick with what I said.
Here's the thing. I'm not going back to the house and getting the book until you and I have a clear plan of what we're going to do with it. And he's still sitting, just kind of like swirling his drink.
Well, I've already asked Tassos to go find it, so.
He won't.
I have a proposition.
Mhm.
Since nobody can read the book, I believe I know someone who could.
Oh, I can if you give me 10 minutes.
And who is this person that can read it? You know a lot of people.
It's the same person who can help us find the phylactery.
Wouldn't be the first time I broke a cipher, and I have spells that help me with interpreting languages, so I'm not too worried about it, figuring it out myself.
All right, he's just
Also-
something of an expert on liches, you might say.
I'm not entirely convinced that this is entirely a lichdom thing. I think this may be simply a spell book that he encoded.
You think?
Perhaps.
That's exactly what I think it is.
Let me ask you a question.
I've done it to mine. There's certain things in my spell book you can't read.
But did it like mess with your mind, Aga, when you held it earlier?
No?
Just out of curiosity, just
No.
No?
Just to be clear, Dan, we're not actually aware of it changing our motivations, are we?
You know what?
I believe you made me roll for it, and I did not detect it.
Insight
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right, so I did have you roll. You didn't detect it when it didn't take effect, but I imagine once the effect has worn, then you would probably be aware of your thoughts. Why don't you each roll a either wisdom or intelligence check? You can choose.
Ooh, my two best.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm sorry, wisdom
That's so
check?
sassy. Yeah.
I am 15.
Okay.
22.
Okay. 15 is the mark, so you both would have known, remembered now, like, ooh, remembered the thoughts.
Aga will still say no.
Nice.
Aga will still be like, no, just a book.
Okay.
Do I believe him?
Insight check.
Yeah, insight versus what you want. Well, deception. I guess we can just say if it's the audience.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. Roll well.
I did too. Go for it.
Oh my god, I can't find it. Where is it? Deception?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
really
yeah,
good
it's
at
just a
insight.
19.
Ha! 27.
24.
Jesus Christ.
You're with two really, sharp people, insightful people.
Thaxel and I just kind of look at each other and then look back at him and we're just like, mm-hmm.
Good cop, bad cop. Turned into bad cop, bad cop.
I'm just gonna like twirl my like dagger around. You want to try that again, honey?
No. As far as Zach is concerned, he's not. You don't know. As far as he knows.
I want to go up to Aga and lean down to where I'm talking in his ear.
He's never gonna let you get that close again. Like
Okay, as close as you'll let me.
arm's reach at
Okay.
most. Right. Yeah. At closest.
Okay. Honey, it's not good to lie to me.
Mhm.
Just keep that in mind, okay?
If I suggest if you want to have a straightforward conversation about this book, we start by being straightforward at the beginning.
Mhm.
I'm always honest.
Ha! Mm.
I'm sorry. Did you have a
Sorry, that
temperature
must have been liquor talking. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. It better have been.
Yeah, somebody said that they were going to put the book in my room,
Novella's
know.
just sitting there like,
and it was in her room when I came back home.
Well,
Doesn't sound
you
honest
would've
or
just
straightforward.
oh my god. Last I recall, you're not able to defend yourself very well. So, she's trying so hard to contain her.
How about this, Thaxel? Go home, sleep it off. I'll sleep it off. We'll all come back to this tomorrow, a little bit more level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay here for the night. I'll come get the book tomorrow.
You'll come get it? Or how about you and I both look at it together?
That's fine by me too. You can sit and look over my shoulder.
Or I can sit and you can look over my shoulder.
It's very difficult to cast spells on things I can't touch.
Oh my god, you can still touch it and look over my shoulder at the same time. I do it all the time.
Then you won't mind doing it now. Aga's after those spells, man. He doesn't like the idea of somebody keeping it from him. But
I can't really. Never mind. I can do everything. I
I can do everything. Okay.
can do anything. Fine. I'm done. I'm done here. I'm gonna head back to the keep. Novella, are you gonna come, or do you want to stay here with Dad and Aga?
I think Nobella's having a conversation with herself.
She is.
Yeah.
With her patron,
Yeah.
as Daxel studies her.
You mogwai Wi-Fi me.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Well, like,
Thaxel-
were you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't hear any of that.
That's okay. That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, that's fine.
Nice
Um,
explanation.
so Thaxel is asking Novella if she's going to come back with her to the keep or stay here with Dad and Aga.
That doesn't matter to me.
I mean, there's plenty of space, and there's not like devil things, staring at you all night. So,
You do have a fair point.
He won't hurt you. Not unless he's contractually obligated.
A gift!
That
A
makes
gift
me
for
feel
the tall
so
one,
much
yes.
better.
Here, for
No
you.
gifts, Rupert.
Yes,
No
just a
gifts.
gift.
No.
Take this,
No.
yes. Yes.
I'll take it and I'll walk over to his bench and I'll put it back on his bench. No gifts, Rupert.
Oh, but I'll leave. It'll be right here.
It's yours, Rupert.
Crispy on the outside.
And
On the
I'm gonna
outside.
I'm gonna like kind of steer Thaxel like, okay, let's just go before.
But I want a jar of eyeballs for all the shit you put me through tonight. You hear me? You hear me?
I want a book of spell.
Oh, Phil.
As the door shuts, you know, like.
Nice. Oops.
You don't want to accept gifts or do deals with devils. They try to take your soul and other things in return.
Well, whatever. Okay, fine.
Thaxel, well, and Nobella, you're going home with her, right, Nobella? Back to the... Okay. Make a perception check as you're leaving, please.
Nope. 12? No. Yeah, 12.
24.
Okay.
And I do have dark vision.
Nice.
That
I
makes a
do
difference.
12 is still... 10 is DC for this. A soft, squishy plop lands in front of your feet. A little eyeball is materialized in the air and falling down on the road in front of you as you two are walking.
Aga warned you.
I know. I know.
Is an eyeball worth your soul? Hey, remember, back at the keep, you have Tassos waiting there for you.
Looks delicious. Mm.
Oh, that's very tempting. But Aga said he was going to get it for me later, so I'll just hold him to that.
Oops. Okay. So the two of you begin heading back to the estate. You see that things have calmed down. There aren't people really in the streets anymore. Most people have cleared the streets after the Reapers had passed through. You're not sure what accounts were given or anything like that, but it seems that the Reapers have returned from whence they came back to the Sultan's Keep, as Tassos had mentioned. You find your way back to the estate without much ado. You do find a number of those same people, Nobella, that you had run into at the intersection and that you had spotted Thaxel at the estate, sort of searching the grounds now. And Tassos out there, shirtless, of course, because he's sweating from all the work.
Yes, yes. Well, Thaxel's going to stop and admire the view.
Nice.
Bella, I mean, if you wanted to admire with me, you're more than welcome to. Or I think Rhea knows the place a little better than I do. We can definitely get you set up with a room.
Or I was given a room already.
Oh, that's cool.
But thank you for the offer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not very good at remembering things either. So
She glances over at him. Just I understand. Sometimes you get distracted.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
The moonlight's dancing off the glistening skin.
I'll just kind of like pat her shoulder and just you enjoy your time staring. I'm going to go inside.
Okay. Huh?
Shadow steps.
Yeah. Oh, bye.
And as I pass over the grounds, I'm gonna look for the book.
Okay.
I'm just gonna glance around and see if I can find it.
If you want to do an investigation.
Never mind, that's a 1.
Okay. Nope.
I'm just like shadow step into my room.
Poop not here, poop not there, poop.
Nah.
Nice. All right. And
then I'm going to sit and meditate and try to get a hold of my patron.
Okay. Would you?
And then I got your message. Right
Okay,
here,
good.
So
are
that's where that comes in.
Neat. Okay. Let's see. So, Aga, is there anything else that you want to role play at the house, or do you want to just leave it as you mentioned? I got your message.
I will I'm a level. We're level. What level are we? 10? 9?
10. I think you're 8 wizard, 2
10.
cleric. Mm-hmm.
8 wizard, 2 cleric. Okay. 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 Oh my god, this became way too much, way too quick. Yeah, I will. The only thing I'm going to say is I'm going to take a short rest and use Arcane Recovery and get all of my second level and 2 of my first level spell slots back.
Okay. All right. There is a bit of a sleep aid in that bug, that finished product, so that helps you take a short rest as you calms the mind and lets the body rest. Okay. In that case,
before the night is up, I don't want to do anything else in the house, but before the night is up, there is something I'd like to do.
Okay, understood. All right. Thaxel, you've returned to the estate. What would you like to do after taking in the sights?
I'm gonna meet up with Tassos.
Oh, hey, darling.
Hi. Did you find it?
Well, nothing just yet. We've done a once over the estate and haven't been able to find much. And trying to follow his tracks out where we saw him leave with the book. But no luck yet. We'll keep looking till I find it, though.
Well, let me, let me see if I can help.
Oh, I'd appreciate that.
I don't know.
It'd be an investigation check if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'm thinking in Daxel's mind that Aga put like some sort of a spell or something on it. I was going to do dispel magic, but I don't know, because all it says is one creature, object, or magical effect within range. So if it's within 120 feet of me, then it pops up, or what?
Detect magic or dispel magic?
Dispel.
I think you'd have to see the object.
I have to see it? Okay.
I think so. Check the spell, or you'd have to at least know where it is.
Pretty sure you have to target something specifically. You can't just, in general, do a dispel magical wave. You have to pick a thing and do it.
If I pick the book and then do it, or do I have to see the book and then do it?
You'd have to see it, I think.
To see it. Okay, okay. It doesn't specify. It just says within range.
Oops, that's silly. Try that again. No, you know what? Let me check, because I don't want to chip you, but I'm pretty sure there has to be...
It just says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
I suppose that you could wander around and like choose the book and try and get it within the 20 foot range. The third level range. Choose a creature.
Yeah, it's a little
within range.
confusing.
It does technically say within range.
It also doesn't tell you whether it was successful or not, though.
Right. So you'd be doing it blind, like if you don't know where the book is. So you could be like, I'll do it here, and I'll do it over like Battleship.
Well, man, he
I mean, it is 120 feet too, and the backyard. Well, I mean, it's pretty palatial, so there's a fair bit of room. But
well, fuck it. I'll try just for the hell of it.
Tell me where you want to stand or try first.
From his balcony out.
Okay.
Which would maybe hit a moat, like part of the moat or something.
All right, so
because I'm thinking like bushes. I'm thinking the moat. I'm thinking like hiding place wise. So we'll just say.
Okay, that'll stretch across a good bit of the interior backyard and almost reach the moat. I'm trying to think of how much backyard there is. So you cast that. Mm-hmm. Of course, you don't get a result, but you do cast it in that space.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, because I have it prepared,
Oh.
speak with plants.
Oh.
Okay. So within 30 feet of me, what plants do I see that I can talk to?
I mean, there's a number of plants here. A lot of shrubs that survive out in the desert there. Rugged, shorter shrubs. A lot of them have bright, different colored berries and such.
Ooh. Okay. I'll talk to a shrubbery.
Okay. There's palm trees too and stuff in the back. Desert trees. Okay, so you cast that. Oh gosh, let's see, a shrub.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you cast it on that, and it seems to sway a little bit. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hi, shrubbery.
How can I help you?
Well, I'm trying to look for something, and I was hoping you can help. It's a pretty big book.
What's a book?
What's a book?
Yeah.
It's this object that's square,
Oh, okay.
and it would have been thrown out here and may have hit one of y'all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Let me ask. You hear it shake on a shake.
Oh.
No one's hit with books
Oh.
or squares.
Okay. Okay.
Someone was stepped on earlier, but yeah.
I will hurt whoever did that to that poor plant.
We didn't really see it. We were sleeping.
Oh. Well, regardless, no one needs to be hurting y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't like being hurt.
I know. No one does. But I enjoy dealing it on those that hurt plants. So
Oh,
I'll get
thank
you.
you.
I'll get you that revenge.
Oh, would you like some
Yes.
berries?
Are they good for me? Or are you gonna poison me?
Oh no. Don't eat the red ones over there. But mine that are blue, you can eat those.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Take one.
You're a hero.
I'm gonna pat the
Shake,
shrubbery on the
the
whatever head,
Nice, kind of shimmies a little bit.
and then I'm gonna go to
New favorite
a-
NPC
Yes,
is the shrubbery.
and then I'm gonna go to
We
a
have to
palm
make it
tree.
portable and take it everywhere.
Put it in a planter. It's amazing.
Put it in a cart. We've just got a portable cart. Is that your supplies? No, that's our shrubbery. Hey, shrubbery.
Hi, shrubbery.
We'll call him the feel good shrub.
Nice.
Oh no!
What did you do
Yeah, but
after
then we
this
have
one?
to
Oh, sorry.
then we have to dice them up real small, roll them in paper.
Nice.
Do not hurt my shrubbery.
Those the green berries, yeah.
Those green berries. Do you have any of those? Palm tree. I want to go to a palm tree.
Okay. There's one sort of near, not too close to the moat, probably like 15, 20 feet back from the edge. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put my hand on the tree. Hey, tree.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Kind of
Oh.
sways a little bit.
Oh.
What are you doing up so late at night?
Well, I was really interrupted.
Oh no, that is a
I know.
cardinal sin.
I know, right? I was in the middle of the most delectable adventure and was really interrupted.
We just had our pollen season, baby. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, honey, we have so many notes to discuss. But first, I'm looking for a rectangle, square, book.
A book,
Like,
yes,
oh,
of course.
You know what a book is? Okay.
Yeah.
It would have been thrown somewhere in this vicinity, probably. You might know where I could find it.
Oh, yeah, I think I might know. There was something thrown nearby a little earlier tonight. Heard some of those shrubs screaming over there. Woke me up.
I will find whoever is hitting y'all and bring justice.
All right.
Do not appreciate that.
Right. You've got some passion, yeah.
Well, I do care for my plants.
Oh.
I'm quite fond of y'all, especially the trees.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh, you're going to make a palm tree blush.
Oh, oh, honey. Oh, honey. Can you, would you mind using your little leaves or something and point me in the direction?
Oh, sure. All right. I'd say it was, so the tree's perception roll was a 20. Just, for what it noticed earlier. Oh, yeah, there was something went and splashed over there. Kind of like leans Sewer slightly in that direction towards the moat.
Okay.
Now it's dark, and we don't see the way you all see, but there was a splash for sure.
Oh, you have been mighty helpful.
Mm.
Tree. Do you mind if I call you Tree, or do you have a name?
Oh, I don't think you could say my name, but you could say Tree. That's fine by me.
Oh, okay. I know Druidic. Is it in Druidic? Never mind.
You know what? Druidic would cover that. Yeah, you speak a little in Druidic. It's like, oh, well, that's...
Louis Armstrong the tree.
Yeah, nice. It sounds like the whisper of wind.
Oh.
Sort of the name.
And I'm gonna that back. Oh, that's a real pretty name.
You really do look out for us, don't you?
Well, I mean, a lizard does what she can.
Say, listen, if you think you can get a few more of some palms out here for next pollen season, we can maybe, kick things up a notch next season.
Well, you know what? I'm good with the Sultan. I'll put a word in for you. A word.
Yeah.
In for you, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for all your help.
Oh, you got it.
Yay. Okay.
I feel like that palm tree is the palm tree that's on every hip hop love R&B album you've ever seen. He's on the cover. They're all standing, shirtless, and he's in the background, yeah, baby, it's
baby.
It's all good. Yeah.
It's all good.
So you hear, of course, the sound of lapping water as the breeze lightly, does so against the shore of the moat, which instantly makes you have to use the bathroom. Because it's bio break time.
Ow!
Yeah.
Damn it!
What is this
All
nonsense?
right, but when I come back...
Do we know if we're going to have a wild Anna with us when we come back?
I'm hoping so. I haven't
Maybe.
checked either, but I haven't heard anything, but I don't see any messages on my phone. Sometimes they don't come through on the...
There's a possibility she is not going to make it.
Okay.
It started late,
okay.
I think, is what she said.
Oh, we'll
These
keep
things,
our
they
fingers
Yeah.
crossed. Nice. Oh, all right. So for those who don't know, we take a 10-minute power break, and then we will be back. Sorry, Rob. So we'll catch you all shortly. Yay! Oh.
Do you guys want to know something super cool?
Sure, let's hear
So
it.
this watermelon that I've been eating
Mhm.
was, about this big, regular sized watermelon you get at the store. Grew it in our garden.
Oh, dope.
So good.
Dope.
Yes, it's dope to know.
So good.
Dude, I love homegrown food. When I
Mhm.
was a kid, I used to live in Wisconsin. My family had a garden out back. We had rhubarb, we had strawberry, we had tomatoes, we had all kinds of squash. And my mom used to make strawberry rhubarb pie.
Ooh.
Oh, it was so good. And then we used to have 20 billion pumpkins every Halloween because they all grew weeds up there. And then there was something else. It was a vine.
Yeah, we have a straw borgie. I call it because it resembles the Borg in how it took over an entire corner of our house.
I don't know what the Borg is. I'm being a terrible nerd right now.
Star Trek?
I'm not a big Star Trek person. I know that gets me in trouble a lot, but I'm not really even a big Star Wars person. I'm much more of a fantasy person.
The Borg are they're the hive mind aliens who take over and assimilate other cultures. And so they bring them in, and then they have the Borg Queen and everything, and then it's hard to defeat them because they just assimilate and change and adapt. All that fun stuff. So our strawberry took over them, like the Borg took over the corner of the house, like the Borg.
So
take
they're
over.
Strawborgies?
Yeah, the Strawborgies.
That's funny.
Anyways.
All right. I'll be back.
Excuse me.
River wanted to say hi.
Here, Whitfish.
Oh. Yeah?
Oh, it's a cute puppy dog.
She's growling. Oh. What is it? She wants to tell all the people.
Yes, sweet puppy.
Yeah. Do you hear things going on outside? Probably. See, we don't like when we hear children outside, people outside, UPS or FedEx. Oh, Atlanta.
Nice.
The world is going to end. Every time UPS comes down our block and they stop like near our house, she's like, ah!
Who is this? Danger, danger. It's amazing.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. The world says hello. This is River.
Oh, sweet puppy dog.
Yeah. I don't even know what's going on because my headphones are on. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you hear something? No way. No way.
Oh my goodness.
I talk to my dogs.
That's awesome.
I'm like if it sounds like a knock, like if I like hit my desk, I think if someone's at the door, they're like, "Oh my god, intruder alert!"
Puppy dogs activate.
Yeah, and so like when our neighbors were being rude last night in the middle of the night, she like got up and was like looking out the window, and she goes, "Ah, rah, 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 rah," and I was like, "I'm awake."
Right. Oh no,
Okay.
thanks.
Go get all the people.
Ugh. Awesome.
Whatever. I see.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be no more arguing tonight. Out in
Who?
The
What?
hopefully
my
be no
God.
more arguing tonight out in the alleyway.
I hope not.
Oops.
Because it was like that. I think I woke up like 3 times to River going, "Arr," like, and looking outside. Yeah, they're still outside, and they argue about the stupidest.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
it's one of those things where you probably shouldn't be in the relationship.
Yeah. The toilet paper roll goes on this way.
Yeah. Like they fought during the day one time. Like it was really bad. Like I thought there was like something was gonna happen. So I was like just keeping an eye, like just in case like I needed to call like the cops or something, because it just happens.
Yeah.
And thank goodness no, but they weren't quiet at all. Like words were thrown, stories were thrown. I'm like, okay, I need to get on the other side of that.
Yeah. I can't do this anymore.
Like, I think y'all are fine.
I rented a house before we bought this one 3 or 4 years ago now. 3.5 years ago. And across the street from the house we rented, so there was a porch in the front of my house, and it's a southern thing apparently. I mean, southern, south of the Mason-Dixon line. Southern. To porch sit, and I didn't understand the attraction of it until like on a nice fall evening I got out there with some coffee, and I was like, this is amazing. I had a book, had my coffee. Anyway, my neighbor, she lived with her son across the street, and the son's dad had come over one day, and this is like after a couple of years of living there. Never had any sort of thing like this go down. And I saw him rapping on her door. Like, yeah, I saw the way he pulled into the driveway and got out, and I got my phone out. Like, that's really aggravated. And he banging on the door, so I pulled up the local police number, and I'm like, well, we'll see, because I also don't want to be like that neighbor, like, there's somebody knocking loud at my, and create trouble for her. Anyway, he goes and she lets him inside, and like 5 minutes later, he pushes her out of the door by the neck and lifts her up against the rail of the deck they had, the little porch outside the thing. I was like, beep, 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 beep. Hello. Like, it's like, can I go over there? Because I yelled and he put her down, but the police were like, do not engage on the phone. I'm like, oh, all right. It was like 2 minutes later the cops got there, and it was a little much. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's
spooky.
That's really fucking intense.
For real.
At least you were there.
Yeah, I could tell by the way the guy pulled it. Just the vehicle pulled in the driveway, slammed them, put it in park, burst out of the truck. I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, no. I heard, like, I called the cops on our neighbor. They don't live here anymore, but it sounded like like an assault happening, and it was in the middle of the night again. And I was like, this girl is screaming for her life.
Yeah.
By the time the cops came around, because no one else, like, you have some of those instances where you just don't want to call because you think someone else is going to call.
Oh, right, yeah. Nice.
The worst I ever had was at the old apartment I lived in. Mm-hmm. We had all the windows open one winter night because it gets really breezy and nice.
Oh.
And Florida, I mean, winter is like 60 degrees.
Nice.
But one of the next door neighbors had their windows open too, and they started, like, out of nowhere, they started playing really loud music, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, man, it's late at night, like, stop being a dick. And then I heard it through the music. he was screaming at her.
Oh my gosh.
And he said a whole bunch of really messed up stuff. Like, I think like the most messed up thing, it was like, I didn't hear what he said beforehand, but the end of the sentence was, "You Puerto Rican piece of shit." And I was like, whoa, dude, like whatever's happening is bad.
Yeah.
And like we called security for the apartment so
Good.
that they could come do, like a wellness check.
Yeah.
We called the cops. We checked like, what do you do when this happens? And like the number one advice was just like, don't fucking knock on the door. And I was just like,
Yeah.
but that's what I want to do.
Right.
Like,
Because you
this
do.
woman could be getting hurt right
Yeah.
now. Like,
They're
yeah.
like, don't you do it. It's like
Yeah.
lighting a match under, on the
Yeah.
fuse. Don't.
yeah. And the terrible
No,
thing
no.
is if you engage
Mhm.
and then like there's some kind of altercation and you do anything,
Hmm.
9 times out of 10, the person being abused will back up their abuser and not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is better just to, fuck it.
But the police say, yep. Oh
Yeah,
my
let the
gosh.
police handle that shit.
Intense.
Because even the police will come in and say, we can take him out. And they'll say, no, don't take him out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It
But
is. Yeah.
anyway, on happier note, I'd like to go kill some... No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. Yeah.
Can I just brag because
Ooh, yeah.
Bob heard this, but you guys didn't. That watermelon I was eating earlier
Mhm.
was totally from our garden.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, it was like big. It's like a big old huge like
Oh.
store-sized watermelon.
That is
too.
awesome.
And it's so good.
Oh, you had what, killer strawberries or something the other week, right? From your
The strawborgies.
garden?
Because when we moved in, it was like a single tiny little strawberry plant, and now it is like literally an entire corner of the house.
Nice. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, the strawborgies.
Yes, please.
Because they've conquered the side of the house like the Borg.
Awesome. Strawberries, I like it. Straw tribbles? Nah, strawberries works better for sure. Hey, Steph, yay! So you arrived at a great time, Steph, for us to... That's how you share terrible
We
stories.
didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Or we haven't killed each other yet. So
Yes.
Being the key word.
yep.
So, a tree nearby leaned in a direction towards the moat, so you can go from there, Thaxel. Tassos is sort of, still looking around in the vicinity, but letting you do your thing.
Sorry, someone just came home and dogs are excited. So, like, okay. I think I would try to get Tassos' attention.
Okay. Whew, wipe some sweat off. Yeah, darling.
No. Just leave that on. I'll take care of that later. So I don't see as well in dark, which is ridiculous. I think the book's down there, but I want to handle it. But can you help me? Can you guide me?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Let's do this. I don't know if he's going to try and be sexy and pull his pants off.
He strips.
Probably,
God.
because it's like, yeah. So he barely pulls them down off of her. Yeah.
Wait until we get inside. No,
Nice.
I mean, no, you do you. I'm already.
Helps him swim.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I can swim. I just can't. So I don't have dark vision, but is the moon bright enough to where it gives me some sort of light?
In the upper parts of the moat, but it is, according to Ray, I think it's a pretty deep moat. So.
Okay.
So he
So-
goes down and jumps into the. Then he goes into the water.
Before he actually dives under. Whew. I want to tell him, whatever you do not touch the book. Okay?
All right.
Just don't touch it. Let me touch it.
Sounds like our first date. Let's do this.
Okay.
He dives in.
And I can, as a lizard, I think I can hold my breath. I have a swimming speed.
You
And
can breathe underwater. Yeah, right?
yeah, I can. I think
It's in
it's
your
for like
abilities,
15
I think.
minutes.
You can hold your breath for, I think, 15 minutes.
Ah.
You don't know me.
But I
I'm
know
kidding.
lizard folk. No.
I do. I can hold
Yeah.
it for up to 15 minutes.
Nice. Okay, so you take, your 3 deep breaths and dive in after that booty, and down he goes. Well, he's gonna do his best to look around. Oh, right, he rolled earlier. He rolled double 18s earlier. So we'll use that here. He kind of paws around. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have him do a dexterity check because it's at the bottom. It's still pretty tough to see around there. Ooh. Okay. You're swimming near him, Thaxel, so can you also do a dexterity check? You're both he's gonna get really close to the book.
That is just a check, 14.
Okay. You see, as you're both sort of going down and near the sandy part, it takes a few dives for him to get his breath back. He can only hold his breath for like 3.5 minutes or whatever. Comes back down. And actually, it's your con mod, isn't it? So it's actually not like real life. So you can hold his breath for a while. Anyway, he almost brushes it with his hand. As he's pointing near it, he's like, "Oh, I think, boop, boop, boop," and kind of holding himself at the bottom of the water, brushes across the book almost. But with your dex, you can kind of smack his hand, like block his hand from touching the book. Neither of you have touched the book, but it is there. You see it at the bottom of the moat.
I grab it and head back to the top.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw if you would, please.
Gladly. Nat 20.
Oh, no, that's already
so
good
29.
enough. Right? Oh, was it 20? 23. Either way, 29 beats it. I should pull up my notes probably.
Cool.
All right, so you feel that urge for a minute. You're like, no, that's ridiculous. And resurface. Tassos comes up and, stuffs everything back into his clothes, or at least the pants. And he's like, whew, now what's so special about this book anyway? You sure you're all right to touch it?
Yeah. It belonged to Rebus, and I don't need it just hanging around for just anybody to pick up. So, I mean, I don't know what he was doing with it, so better take it. And
Right.
yeah, I'd rather it be with me.
Keep it safe.
There you go. I'm going to keep it secret, and I'm going to keep it safe. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Zeltaris.
Wow!
Woo, nice.
Welcome.
So I'm gonna take a second and run our warning.
That's good. Do that.
We'll do that.
Following D&D campaign is rated TV MA LSVEE. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, extreme nerdiness, and evil player characters. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Just to put it out there, yeah. Thank you so much for the raid, everyone. Yay!
You have to let everyone.
You know what's funny is I've never had it unmuted while that was playing, and I just realized the voiceover was Vic.
Vic,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's
so
awesome.
funny.
She did really good with that.
Yeah, she did great. Sounds like a Law and Order, like right before Law and Order comes on.
Dun, dun. Nice. All right. So Tassos kind of agrees. Now, darling, are you going to need a safe or anything for that? What do you need from me? Or you?
A safe wouldn't be a bad idea. Only me and Aga can have access to it because whatever. I mean, really, it's just for me. But I don't want to have to go chasing Aga down the streets again and almost get kidnapped by a Reaper again. So,
Damn.
how about we put it in? Yeah, We'll put it in a safe.
All right.
Give me the code. And then I will give it to Aga.
Whatever you want, love.
Yay. Okay.
All right. Picks up a shirt, slings it over his shoulder. All right, ladies and gents. That's enough. Found what we were looking for. Thank you kindly.
My favorite thing is that you never said he put his pants back on. So he's just butt-ass naked.
Nice,
No, he
nice.
did.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh,
He
he
stuffed
did?
everything in it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, no.
Nice.
I still think it's such a Tassos thing to do.
It
Just throw
is.
a shirt
Yeah.
over his shoulder.
Here we go.
All right, guys.
I mean, she's
take
not
it home.
Y'all, you'll get a bonus for your work. Thank you kindly. And heads inside and starts talking to one of his people to go arrange for a safe. Now, Aga, this is probably all in all taken a good 20 to 30 minutes between the dispelling and the searching and the speaking with
travel
plants. Yeah, exactly. Or even longer than that. This is just at the estate. It's been 20 minutes. So there's travel from where they came in addition to that. In case anything that you wanted to do fit into this time frame.
Well, I messaged you.
Oh.
And I said I would be I don't know how long it would take, but I'd be out purchasing incense if I didn't have it to replace the owl, and then I would replace the owl. As soon as I had the owl, I would send it to keep an eye on where I threw the book. So if they found it and pulled it out of the water, I'd get an owl would come back and be like, "Hey, dude, they fucking got it." You know.
Nice. Like womp womp from your owl.
Womp womp. Yeah. Just fucking Rupert.
Yes. Little
I'm leaving.
Clicking. Very well. I hope to see you again soon. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Now, how much do I owe you for this one?
Let's say you just owe me a small favor, yes?
No, how about not? Since the terms weren't laid out beforehand, I'd like them laid out now.
Oh, very well. Very well. You have a scent down you, yes? Human, perhaps? Yes. Youthful. I would like a vial of her blood, please.
How about I bring you someone who you can have their soul instead? And then you'll owe me.
I don't... Let me think on that, dear Aga.
You know how much a soul is worth in the hells. Don't even...
Yes, but the soul business is somewhat lucrative here. I'll think about
You
it.
could send it back to hell in a coin. Anyway, think about it. Get back to me quickly.
Please.
I don't want to wait.
Very well. I'll have an answer by the morning. This little pincer hands kind of like click together and like steepled. Yes.
And like right before I leave, I'll like turn around and look back at him. I'm like, I've learned a lot up here. If I remember how the hells work, if I kill you, I get to keep the place, right?
Yes.
And then I'll just close the door behind me.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And are you heading back to the estate then at this point?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would have in the interim told Rupert where he could send any info or anything.
Okay.
I feel like Rupert would have also been like my contact from hell. So
Yeah, I think he's basically going to check in to anything you have standing because he wants to be informed, and then he'll give you a proposition.
Okay.
All right. You make your way back to the estate. I feel that it's Thaxel, in the time that is going on, Aga, probably by the time you're returning, the safe is being delivered from another house here that the Davenstars have secret ownership of which the Davenstars have secret ownership. And sorry, I can't stand it when I.
No, I was. It's
preposition.
terrible. As I was laughing at the chat. I was reading.
Oh,
chat.
okay.
That's what I was laughing at.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I love chat. They're fantastic.
Intended for adult audiences, no actual maturity
Oh,
required.
absolutely none.
Yeah,
All right. So Aries probably going about her business in the house, a little bit standoffish, doing her own thing. Rhea is going to probably catch Tassos and Thaxel at one point. Now, what on earth is going on here? I just spoke with one of our, sort of looking at the both of you, one of our people. They said you had them searching the town. You know we can't have these people out here like this, showing their faces working for us.
I want to preface this by saying it was Aga's fault and not mine.
What happened, Taxel?
I mean, your brother's in town, right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you put two and two together?
I know.
Okay.
Kind of shadow step behind Thaxel and appear there, and just kind of smile and go, "They were fighting over this book."
Ah, shit! Where'd you stop
Wait,
doing
am I
that?
there, or is she talking to her and Tassos?
She's talking to Thaxel and Tassos, but you're arriving.
I'm talking to Thaxel and Rhea.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh no, I was talking about Rhea. Like I couldn't remember if you had said that Rhea was speaking to Tassos and Thaxel
Yes.
or Aga. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
you're arriving, but not quite. You can be walking in it around this time. Thank you, Nobella. Is that so, Thaxel? Book?
Well,
This
Here-
is the book that we got from that lich man.
yes, Revis. Yes,
Revis.
I was guarding it
Yeah.
while y'all were off talking to the Sultan, and then I was having some fun. Okay, and then y'all came back home, and I guess so really interrupted things, and
Oh.
stole the book, and then decided to run off with it, and I had to go chase him through the city. So really, it's all his fault, not mine. And now I have the book back, and everything is okay. We did not get arrested. So
Thank goodness
Really?
for that. Now,
I
didn't
know.
Aga have the book?
no, he gave it to me while y'all went to go talk to the Sultan. So I'm just saying. I am just
He
saying.
says he gave it to her to put it in his room
And
because she was staying here.
You know what? You just got to this group, okay? I don't need you to try and set the record straight.
All right.
Rhea, we've known each other for like 10 years. It's fine. So really just I don't know how long it's been. Whatever. So
It
I was
feels like
putting
10
it in-
years sometimes, actually, yeah.
I know. I'm a delight. I went to go put the book in his room like it was requested of me. I don't do as I'm told, but if you request things, I may, if you say please. So I went to go put it on the nightstand. And then, it's Revis's book. So why not have a look? So I had a look. And it was intriguing. So I wanted to look at it further. But things were waiting for me in the other room. So I had to close the book and take it with me. And then I was having every intention to give it back to Aga. And what did he do? He stormed in during things, and then he stole my book.
All right,
and
all
then
right,
I had
all
to
right,
chase him up.
Thaxel. All right. The book's
see,
here and safe. You're
I know
all
it is.
safe.
I know.
Let's get this book out of your hands and
Mm-mm.
lock it up.
Mm-mm. I'll get it out of my hands.
That's what
I
the
don't want
safe is
anyone-
for, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'll do it. I don't want anyone else touching it.
She looks at Tassos like,
Is this the point where I walk in?
yes.
Clank, 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 clank. I came home early.
Oh, I thought you were saying the night with Dad.
Yeah, well,
You know, his dad is like this weird, buggy, demony thing.
Oh, good lord! You have no idea how subtlety. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to be outright with it? His dad is super weird and bug-like and tried to tempt me with eyeballs. It almost worked.
Yeah, Tassos, it almost worked. All it takes is a bucket of eyeballs, and she's all over a devil. Careful with that one. Her soul's on the line. And he'll look at Rhea and go, I don't care who has it. I just want to study it at some point.
And you'll
Soon.
get it. You'll get it to study it with me in the room.
Cool. Can we go to the library then? Because I'll be up all night.
Right now?
Now.
I don't like being told what to do, Aga.
Oh, I just said soon. You said fine. So I thought that we were at an agreement. That's all.
You know, I just wasted through a shit ton of spells, a shit ton of wild shapes, just 2. And what time is it? Like,
it's probably 9:30, 10 now.
At night or in the morning?
At night.
Oh.
It's not even that late.
Tassos will turn to you. Actually, it's going to take some time to secure this here safe, so do what you got to do. It's going to be at least an hour and a half, to keep this thing locked down proper.
Goodness, at least someone's calm.
I've rolled a 24 stealth, by the way, Dan.
Nice.
So I'm just kind of like in the hallway, listening to the entire, just listening and watching.
Nice.
Everyone.
Okay.
Did you make a comment about me being calm? I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Oh no, not about you. It was about Tassos. I know you're never calm.
No, I'm not.
No, I've learned very quickly it's a bad idea to tell you to be that way.
I'm glad you learned your lesson tonight. We can go to the library after I secure a bottle of whiskey. Do you like whiskey?
I don't drink while I read.
I don't understand. I'm going to grab a bottle of whiskey, 2 glasses. Does anyone else want to come join us? And I turn to Tassos. Darling, you can come join us if you want to.
You know, I'd love to. And he kind of, he's like facing opposite you. So it's like shoulder to shoulder, facing different directions. Just kind of puts his arm around your hip and kind of like leans in and gives you a kiss on the cheek. And you, I know you really enjoy this sort of thing. You do this. You need me for anything, you let me know.
Okay.
I'll just walk past them up towards the stairway to the library, and I'll go, I'd really prefer it if you joined us. And I'll just walk up the stairs.
And then from your shoulder you hear, "Don't worry, I'll be there."
Nice.
I'll look and there's nothing. And
What?
What is this?
It's me, you fool.
Rhea will probably be, yeah, this is sort of my field of expertise. So I'll join you.
Yes, we're having a party.
Why not?
Okay.
Always love distractions while I'm studying.
Well, I'm not letting this book out of my sight again, so you get to hang out with me. I'm so excited for you. Because I'm a goddamn delight.
Nice. All right, you'll make your way up to the library. Of course, some of the house estate servants come in and ask if there's anything you need. So there's food, drink. Is there anything that you would like to request outside of that? Paper, pen, ink?
I will request for one of them to run into the city and get me as much. How much? Hold on, I need to look at my inventory. Oh God, I have a lot of money. I'm gonna send them out with 400 gold and say, get me 400 gold worth of arcane inks and paper.
Yes, of course. We'll have that ready rapidly. And gives you a bow and bows out of the room and runs and grabs that stuff.
All right. Then I'll sit down and start ritually casting comprehend languages.
Okay. Thaxel, what do you want to do? As the book is sort of laid out in a place where, there's a podium in there in the library, a few of them, with a book light on top, so there's room for multiple people to stand around this and sort of, look through.
Actually, I lied.
Oh, okay.
Before I cast comprehend languages, I'd like to start with identify, and I'm going to see what magic can tell me about the book.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. That's perfect. So you start setting up your candles and chalk and casting your identify around the podium to identify the spell book. Nobella, what are you up to?
What is this library like? Is it like, what sort of books is it stocked with?
Rhea answers, "Why these types of books?" and then tells you.
No, like I as a player am asking you what Nobella
gotcha.
sees, because she is still stealthed and she is just looking around, like glancing at the spine, seeing what is interesting.
This particular library is near the war room, so it has a lot of tactical studies here. Not too much in the way of lore or history, only in what pertains to battles, wars won, victories, losses, and things learned from them.
Okay, she's actually going to be looking for a book, see if there's anything about battles from her home city.
Ooh, okay.
She's looking for information about that area.
All right, make a history check or an investigation check. And while you're doing that, Thaxel, what are you doing with the book and such, if anything?
I'm keeping an eye on it. And kind of just like simultaneously like watching Aga, watching other people in the room. Like, I really don't want this book out of my sight again, type of thing. So I'm kind of like guarding it.
Are you looking through it at all, or just like keeping an eye on it?
Yeah, like if it's open, then I will look to see what's on the pages. And
I haven't opened it until I cast identify.
Okay, so whenever it is opened, I would like to look at it. But for right now, I'm just like, if it's like this, yeah, it's just, that's what I'm looking at. And until it's like this, I'm like, ooh.
For the sake of making Thaxel comfortable, even though Aga's been talking a lot of shit, she is letting him look at it. So he'll actually be explaining everything he's doing. He'll be like, like, this is arcane infused chalk. It has expensive, gemstone dust. He'll be like, this is blah, blah, blah. And like, he'll explain why he's setting up a identify ritual and how it works.
Okay.
And, as a player, I have no idea how magic works, but...
Neat.
Well, internally, she's like, that's cool, but she's not going to show it.
All right. Let me take
I rolled a 13 history, Dan.
Oh, okay. So there's some general information. There have been a number of wars, given the... I'll have to send you a message, but there have been a number... Every 2 or 3 centuries, there's been a war. A number of them have raised the city, and it has been rebuilt thereafter. So it has a number of cultures have been adapted to it, which is sort of why it is the way it is. But the last one was probably some 200, 250 years ago. Actually, it'd be longer now because we've advanced, huh? So it probably would have been about 300 years ago. This is the most recent one.
Interesting.
And I'll send you a more detailed thing. I can't give anything else away.
Okay.
For others.
Yeah, no, I get it. So she's gonna look at that, and then she's also gonna be like paying attention to the explanation of magic-y stuff, because that's also of interest to her.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you for clarifying identify spell. All right. So, again, Aga, you are casting ritually identify. Nabila, you're looking through books, histories, stealthily. Rhea is overseeing this, and Thaxel, you are not looking through the book because it's closed. You are just keeping an eye on it. Okay.
With Nobella, it's like Harry Potter where the books just float.
Nice. Ooh. What's happening? All right. So, Aga, your identify spell finishes, and you You detect a number of things with this book. First, you detect the book is protected. Oh, sorry.
Do you want me to read the spell so you know like what it does? Or do
Oh,
you
I
know
just
already?
double checked it. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. I needed a clarification, and it
okay.
has a very thorough explanation, thankfully. So, of course, it has some magic to it, and that is a spell book, not just a spell book with notes scribbled down, but it has the there's a spell that's used as part of the cipher. So there's a cipher that's just logic based, and then there is part of it that is covered with I think it's a spell that casts ciphers. So only certain people that have identified it can read it.
I have it. It's illusory script.
Yes, thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
However, there's something alarming. There are 6 pages in the book that have spells cast into them. One of them, they're wardings and glyphs that stored spells in 5 of the pages that are fireball. And the very center one in the midst of those is the glyph of warding. If you flip through that page, and it's a page that intentionally has there are a number of bookmarks that hang from the binding. One of the bookmarks is in that page to draw the eye, also to warn the original person which page not to flip to. If you open that page, it activates all the adjacent pages to the 5 adjacent ones to set off fireball on all those. Each of them casts fireball, incinerating the book and doing damage to people around it. Meanwhile, the book is just sitting there nicely closed on the podium.
So 5 of the pages have fireball.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is the activation.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to say, all right, Thaxel, I need you to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna reach up and touch the book and turn it so that the bookmark is visible. And I'm going to point at the bookmark and I'm going to say, that page that is bookmarked, never turn to it. That is a warded page. It will blow up the book and everything around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
As far as I can tell, the only other magic affecting it is that it has some kind of illusory script, which I'm familiar with and can remove, and that it also has a cipher. But other than that, there's no magic that I can tell. But I'm going to start. I don't actually. You know what? I don't think I have the spell slots for it, for dispel magic, because
I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Dan, I would know if you turn to the one page, it sets off the 5 fireballs. But if I turn to a fireball page, can I then dispel the stored fireball on that page, or will it activate?
They are activated by fire if fire touches a page. So you have to be careful with the book. I mean, as it is, you'd have to be careful. Basically, the first one is set to trigger the page next to it. It only triggers one page next to it. But when that explodes, the others are set to respond to the fire damage, and they explode.
Okay. So, Thaxel, I think it's a good idea to put this in the safe for the night. And tomorrow, I think you and I should just cast dispel magic on this thing as many times as we can. Just get rid of everything.
Okay.
Because all the magic hiding the secrets, all the magic that will incinerate it and destroy it, all magic that might be used to track it will be gone. You want to do that tomorrow?
I mean, I only have 1 spell slot.
I mean, you could do 1 tonight, and then we could do the rest tomorrow.
Fuck it. Let's do 1 tonight.
Okay. I would say just do it on the book, not on the pages, because I'm thinking if you just repeatedly do it on the book, it'll just remove all of it. Whereas if you do it on the individual pages, you might activate them and then the whole book goes up in flames.
Okay.
So,
Do I need to touch the book? No, I don't have to
Is
touch it.
dispel magic a touch?
I think it's like
No.
120 foot range or 60
Yeah,
foot
yeah,
range
yeah.
or something.
Okay.
Well, so I won't touch it, but I'll hold my hand out and cast spell magic on the book
Excuse me. All right. Let me just
at
check
third level.
Sorry about that.
All right. At
So
third
any
level.
spell, third level or lower. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, come on. OBS, stop moving my thing around. All right. Sorry, I just need to. Let's see. This is a. Okay. And of course, that is also third. All right. Illusory script. Do you know off? Do you have it handy where I could?
First level.
First level. Okay, I thought so. All right. Let me just double check dispel magic and magical effects. Any spell of third level or lower on the target ends. Check. All right. So, you cast dispel magic.
I do.
Any spell of third level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of fourth level or higher on the target, you must make an ability check
Hmm.
using your spell casting. So wait, does one casting remove all magical effects?
Of third level or lower. Any spells in there of third level or lower.
Yeah.
For each spell of fourth level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Yeah,
The
but
DC equals 10
Fireball
plus
is-
the spell's level.
Fireball is a third level spell.
If he cast it at that. But Glyph of Warding, I think, is a fourth.
Fourth
No, it's
or-
a third. It's a third. Ooh.
Yep, depends on what level things were cast. But for now, sweet puppy. Yep, you cast it.
Does dispel magic do everything on an object? I thought
I
it only
just
did
read it. It
one
does.
thing.
any spell.
Yeah,
It says
Any
all.
spell.
of
It
third
says
level. or
any
lower.
spell of third level or lower is gone. Any spell
Yeah.
fourth level or higher, roll for it.
Mm.
For you roll for each spell above fourth or higher, but
Interesting.
in the wording it removes all magic.
Interesting.
I did not
That was-
realize that.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I would have been like, "Let's do it now."
Nice.
You're lucky I had one spell slot left.
Okay, so knowing that, I'll say, okay, let's give it a read then. But we're still going to avoid those pages for now. We'll wait till tomorrow when we're feeling a bit stronger and I can record everything that's not on the pages that are protected somewhere else, just in case it blows up the book.
All right.
Well, you're not
Yes,
going to be
please.
the only one in that room.
Of
Mm.
course, you and I can go down to the bottom of the moat to keep everything safe.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And
Just
so
as long as we're in
he'll
agreement.
start flipping through the pages and reading everything.
Okay.
And I'm assuming now that illusory script is gone, it's just going to take some time to decipher the.
Figure out a cipher. Yeah. Is there any means that you want to use to attempt to decode this or decipher it?
Just comprehend languages, which I don't know if it'll work on a cipher or not, but I was
It
thinking
doesn't.
maybe the magic would help.
It's just as like the because it specifically says in there it doesn't do anything that's written in a cipher or anything. It doesn't.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, then with that, I'd probably just ask Tassos and Rhea for some assistance, but other than that, I'd just.
All right. Well, we have some linguists, but they're back in Ikram. Maybe
Well, what about you? I mean, you're
Yeah.
good at this, aren't you?
take a crack at it.
Just help me read it.
All right.
Do I get to make like a intelligence check?
Yeah,
or
make an
something?
intelligence check. Yeah.
Could I argue for advantage with the
It
assistance?
was gonna be disadvantage, but with the assistance, it's a really advanced.
regular?
Mhm. Yeah, it'll be a regular
Okay.
one. This is with Rhea.
Okay.
Huh.
And this is just regular old intelligence.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Oh! 18 plus 4 is 22.
Okay. You think that you found a place to start on the deciphering. You've found like a root word that repeats. Now I see that here and here, and I don't understand the formula here, but I feel like it's read in this direction. is written in a spiral, and you sort of get like some ideas on how this thing is worked out.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, he'll just work on it until the point where he needs to sleep, or he won't have a long rest for the night,
Okay.
and then he'll
Same.
and
Ooh, all right.
he'll kind of look at Thaxel and be like, I said it didn't affect me, but it definitely did. But I don't feel it right now. Do you?
I don't know. I haven't touched the book since I picked it up last.
Well, he'll pick up the book and hand it out to you.
Grab it. Does anything happen?
If you'd both make a perception check, please.
Oh God, under my phone. Oh, not great.
Perception?
9.
24.
Oh. Aggie, your mental efforts are all on processing the linguistics here. Thaxel, your mind's open to just taking things in right now. And you notice that part of the book's binding that you saw when it was at the bottom of the river, at least, and when you held it earlier, is not on the book currently.
The binding.
There's a part of almost like a filigree that graced the neck of the book that seems to be missing. It was a metal filigree, gold or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'll relay that to Aga. Something's missing. Right along
I'll look.
here.
Is there an imprint from where it was there before? Or?
Yep.
There is?
It's not as weathered as the rest of the back, the binding.
But it's gone now.
Yeah.
From the dispel. Okay.
Probably.
Huh.
Huh. Well, at least we know it's much safer than usual. And I'll kind of like look at the book and go, "You feeling adventurous?"
Always.
I'll grab the bookmark and rip the book open to the page.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, not for my death. I'm not ready for that.
It's only 5 fireballs.
He opens the book. Nothing.
What's on the page?
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna come up behind Aga and just smack him upside the back of the head and say, "Don't do that, you fool!"
All the magic was dispelled. What are you,
You don't
slapping
know
me
that.
for?
Because that was stupid.
That was not stupid. I knew the magic was gone. I just thought it would be fun to scare everybody. Now, what's on the page?
That's why you're an idiot.
There are 2 large wheels of runic symbols. It almost looks like a burning sun, and off the edges there are little swiggles, but there are actually little tiny runes written in that create this entire image. Number
I
of
hear runes
concentric
and I
rings.
automatically go,
Nice. Oh.
See, I took 2 levels in Cleric, but I really should have taken 2 levels in Warlock and just gone Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Nice.
Read everything. Yeah. But
I
okay.
mean, you're
Does
gonna
it-
meet up with the rune child soon enough.
Yeah, for real. But looking through the page that I've got here with all these runes and the circular pattern to it and everything, and knowing what I know about the cipher, is this a key?
Oops. This is actually, it appears to be written a little bit differently than most of the other parts in the book. So if you want to do a fresh intelligence check, this one you
Disadvantage?
can do with advantage.
With advantage.
As Ray is helping you with this still as well. This one does not have the same encoding that the other things do.
This is an intelligence check?
Mhm.
That's not as good as the other one, but okay. That's 15 plus 4 for 19.
Do you have an inspiration die?
I do not. Did
I
not
have
roll
one
high.
for my birthday month, so you can take it.
Ooh, nice.
What is that, a D10?
I was
D-
going to offer
D14.
mine, but okay.
A D14?
Yeah, because
What is that?
it's the big one. Mm-hmm. So,
D10 and a
sorry.
D4?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks.
Ooh. With an additional 9, that's 28.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you need an extra one just to make sure?
No, I think that's good, guys. I think
Okay,
that's good.
okay.
I think
I
I
don't
could
know.
have used
The
all
DC might be
this.
30.
I could have used this all on the other one.
I mean, okay.
This seems important.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you a message.
Okay.
Whisper.
No secrets.
Make sure you send it to Rhea as well, because she's helping me out.
Okay. Actually, she isn't gonna recognize this.
Okay. All right.
Well, actually, I'll have her do a roll just in case.
Okay.
So this is something. There's something moderately familiar, out of your reach, as you're considering it until it clicks into place. Well, you don't comprehend the entirety of this. In the center, there are 5 specific runes around the very centermost circle, and each one is put inside, has like a triangle crossing through each of these 5 runes. One of them stands out to you.
D&D Beyond, guys.
Dun, dun, dun. It's
This intelligence check has been sponsored by.
D&D.
Which one story about that song? My children, ages 6 and 2, have that song memorized.
It's amazing.
And they love to sing it.
It's
the
amazing.
fuck? No, Dan. No,
I hate secrets.
no, I don't wanna, Dan.
I'm so sorry.
I don't wanna.
But it's the tip of the iceberg.
Can we spam DMT in the chat, please?
Oh,
Well,
Nice
you just
stuff.
grew a little bit pale under all your armor there.
Did you find out anything after you gave us all a heart attack? Ag. Hello.
he's just like grinding his teeth.
Hello. My hand is waving in front of his eyes as close as she can get, or that
Okay,
he'll allow.
okay, Thaxel. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look at the other pages with the with that had the fireballs marked. Anything similar?
They seem to be the other type of page that has that cipher on it. Just standard pages with a cipher.
Well,
I really don't appreciate you being this quiet. And remember when I
Well-
told you earlier about no lies? Like, don't lie
let
to
him
me.
talk. Let him talk.
Don't shush me.
Oh, he can't talk if you're talking.
Well,
No, Belle, this is not going to end well if you tell her to shush or calm down. And I'm going to hand her the book. I'm going to say,
Yeah,
like,
who's her? There's two
Thaxel,
female.
Thaxel.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, there's an important person where I come from.
your dad?
Yes, but actually for real this time.
Oh.
Oh, like Satan? Oh, wait. I
That's
don't know.
that's the lineage thing, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. You said, "Oh," like you were surprised.
Oh, sorry, that was
Yeah.
Rhea. Sorry.
Oh,
I
okay,
just wanted
okay.
to make sure she was still in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And shit. That page, it has a very old symbol for Dad.
Cool.
Not
That means
Dad,
nothing.
like my father.
Like your real father?
Yes.
You
Damn.
know, you keep calling everybody dad. I don't like.
It's complicated. It's complicated. In the hells, have you ever heard? I've heard this phrase used here in the top world, overworld, prime material, whatever you want to call this plane of existence.
The world.
The world. I've heard it said that it takes a village to raise a child.
Well, I didn't
God,
have one.
excuse
so.
me. Sorry. Well,
Well,
Yeah.
I had a pack of wolves.
I had a war camp, except the war camp was in the hells, and in a war camp you're all brothers, even if you're sisters. Everybody,
Oh, like the Bratva.
sure.
We're watching too much Arrow. Go on.
Nice.
Clearly. And everybody's a parent and everybody's a child at some point.
Huh.
Everybody takes care of somebody at some point. Everybody kicks somebody's ass for doing something stupid at some point. Except for the Lords of the Hells.
Oh, Aga.
They're always dads.
Tell me this isn't a Lord of Hell.
Okay. I'm sorry. I am not from hell, nor have I been to hell.
You ever
I'm sure
heard
it's
of
a very lovely place.
you ever heard of, like, there's devils. You ever heard of the devil?
Like Satan,
Yeah.
like metagaming. Vague.
He's the top Lord of Hell.
Cool.
He has 8 Lords of Hell that rule under him.
Uh-huh.
My dad's one of them.
You have a
Which-
soldier for, like, oh my god. Hold on.
He's not a soldier. He's an
Can I
artist like
ask
me.
which
Satan?
lord of which layer?
Give us a name, Aga.
He's gonna gesture at his armor like it's obvious, like he's really
That's-
confused as to why they don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, you gotta understand. I know
That
we-
means nothing to us.
Brey
I was
rolled a
raised by
3, so
wolves.
she's like,
Ice, arcane, magic,
honey, I'm nature.
Mephistopheles.
That means nothing.
He's the
Oh,
arcane lord of hell. He literally hoards magical secrets.
and so, what is this symbol doing in this spell book?
Well, I have no idea. I'd like to know that. But what am I going to do? Call Dad? Dad, I'm not home, but tell me who the fuck this person is and why he's got your autograph in his book?
Dan, would I know of any connection between liches and devils?
you do a history check if you want. See if there's
Do
been
I
any
get advantage
precedent.
because of my current circumstances?
Not on this one, only because it's
this one.
more of a history thing. Mm-hmm.
History?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like history.
Have Satan,
Nobella, are you wondering this out loud?
Daddy.
No, like she's thinking
Okay.
like, okay, this is a lich's spell book. What is the thing with the devil doing in here? And that's 11.
I feel like maybe,
Maybe not.
probably not, but you haven't heard anything to dismiss that as a possibility. That, you know, I mean, it's power they're seeking, and then Aga just said this is the arcane Lord of Hell, so it's in line with most, you know, lich-based things that fall under the lich umbrella. Their pursuit is usually magic.
Okay. I'm gonna put that on my list of things to again talk to my patron about.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. There's Satan. There's your daddy. And your daddy's symbol is in the guy that I'm wanting to kill. His
It's in
book.
his book. Yep.
So
Here's the thing, though. Revis isn't necessarily what you'd call a benign mage. Right?
Well,
Typically,
So-
liches aren't benign.
Exactly. So, really, in all honesty, I'm not surprised terribly to find it. I'm just really pissed that I have to deal with the hell still.
Or-
He's seeking magical power, clearly doing so in order to boost himself. Who do you go to? You make a deal with the literal devil, and he hands you secrets, and you hand him your soul. A lich doesn't care about his soul. Anytime he dies, it goes right back to a phylactery. As a matter of fact, I was saying maybe we could sell his soul to Mephistopheles. In the first place, he might already have a claim on his soul. This is... Oh, I'm
It's
so
interesting.
furious.
Because aside from power, the soul is the most important thing to a lich.
Yes, but if you secure it in a phylactery, selling it to a devil doesn't matter. They can't secure it.
it's a lot of information. But if I were to go to your daddy and be like, hey, what's up? So, give me power so I can kill Revis. Do I have to sell my soul?
Yes.
Not always.
Oh, there's options. Okay, I'm listening.
Axel,
Well-
hold on now. I don't know.
Rhea, it's fine. It's really good for her to understand exactly what's happening
Wait, was
here
this
because
Rhea
she
or
just
Tassos?
Rhea, yeah. Just
because
Okay.
she just
You-
spoke to a devil earlier today and almost made a deal with him. So it's important, I think, for her to understand that
Yes, you did.
you almost did. Don't even lie. Now, Rhea, I think it's important for her to understand that there are consequences, but sometimes it's okay for those consequences to be bad as long as they're handleable. I think it's important for discernment.
Yeah, make sure you emphasize the cons and just not to
Of
do
course,
it on our own.
of course. Now, when you sell something to a devil, it doesn't always have to be your soul. You could sell someone else's.
Well, I
Which
want to
is
sell
it
my
totally-
crackers.
Well, from the
And
look of
Revis.
it, Revis might have already sold his. It's hard to sell something that's already got a lien on it.
But-
I mean,
Could you sell it to somebody else, like a high bidder type thing? Like, so your daddy,
no.
like, let's
you
say
can't.
daddy has a claim on Revis. Like, hold on, wait for me. Daddy has a claim. What if I go to another, like, lieutenant, right?
Lord of Hell,
and
yeah.
he wants it, right? They can like fight over it, and I'd be like, I'll bring it to you if you just like give me some juice to kind of like go after him, or can you just like bypass all of it just to go straight to Satan? Like, Satan, hey, do you want this soul? And then he give me power, and then like that. Am I making
Well,
sense?
here's the thing. Some devils are safe to deal with. They are predictable to an extent.
I want those
Devils always look for a loophole,
Hmm.
and so in order to counteract them, you have to find your own loophole.
Mhm.
Asmodeus, the reason he's the lord of all 9 layers of hell is because 9 layers of hell have tried to outsmart him and find a loophole, and he has beaten every single one of them.
Interesting.
It's a bad idea to go straight to the top in hell.
You hear
That's
some
how
books
you
fall
lose
off
your
a
soul.
shelf, and you see Aerie running out of the room. This is back a few seconds after she heard you can sell someone else's soul.
I didn't know she was here.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, everybody was here.
Oh,
She hadn't been. She was sort of
I was.
around and about, but she was higher than everyone's passive perception, so she was listening in. When she heard that part, she
Rhea?
bolted. Yes.
I'm gonna stealth and go after her.
Okay.
Yeah, someone needs to go check on her.
I'll.
Axel, let's finish this conversation. It's important that you hear the rest of it.
21 stealth, and I'm going after her.
Okay. Nice.
And
Rhea's
I'm
gonna
specifically
choose-
listening for if she's talking to herself again. Because I've
okay.
noticed this in a few days.
All right. So you begin, Nobella, you begin heading down there. Aga and Thaxel, if you had more that you wanted to do with your pros and cons.
When you sell a soul, the soul doesn't get claimed until that person's dead. And the devils aren't going to help you kill that person. They might kill that person themselves, but then they'll say you owe them.
Oh well, like I don't want. Okay, let me backtrack. I
This-
don't want them to kill. I want to kill.
Yes, exactly. Do you
like,
hear what I'm saying though?
give me some, like, juice.
If you give them a claim on that soul,
No.
they will go kill that person, and if they beat you to it, your payment of that soul was collected by them, and now you owe them for a collection fee.
So really, I would have to go kill them for killing my target. Okay,
No,
I see.
you'd
I
have
got
to
it.
kill the target, capture his soul, and sell it already free of his body. If we can find Revis's phylactery, he has made it very easy to sell his soul.
Cool. Okay.
If we can find it.
Can we? Is there like? Did he stuff it in this book?
We dispelled magic, and if there had been a spell that powerful to hold a soul, I have a feeling there would have been a lot more resistance.
Oh.
Did you feel any resistance? I mean, you cast the spell.
I don't know. Did I, Dan? Probably not.
No, nope.
No.
By resistance, I'm assuming it's like the roll of
She would have
the
had to
dice.
roll
It's like
higher,
the
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I don't really dispel things a lot. Like I just had it because
You'd
someone
know.
told me to.
You'd know.
Oh, cool.
Around about this time, Nobella, you have do you want to catch up and address Aerie, or just kind of follow her?
Nope, I am following because I am highly suspicious and people tend to do things when they think they're alone.
Okay.
So she's just in the shadows again, just watching and listening.
Nice. Aerie is bolting back to her room, tears flying from the edges of her eyes. She races like an ugly cry, just sort of running down the hallway. Heading back, you don't hear her talking until she gets back to her room, but she goes into her room.
I'll go in.
Okay. All right, and you already did stealth check. Okay, so
21.
Nice. Yeah. She goes in her room and picks up a pillow and just picks it up over her face and starts yelling into it. Is this what you did to me? You can't do that. How does someone else get to sell my soul? And she just is having this rage come out, like she did not know this was a thing. And she is just livid with this other force. And you start hearing her pause and sort of start replying to a conversation. And whatever answers she's being given or whatever is being said to her, she's not pleased with it. It is not giving her any answers. And she is just all the more pissed. It's escalating.
Okay.
In fact, you're starting to sense in this room a very dark energy from her. And a powerful energy rising up. And it's sort of like an aura that's filling the room. Just so you know what's going on.
Interesting. Anything I've felt before?
No.
No, nothing similar.
Nope, nothing you've encountered yet. But it's powerful and pervasive, so whatever you want to do with that, I just want you to know that it's affecting you where you are in the room.
Okay, I'll listen until it's like getting to the point where it's like I gotta get out.
Okay.
Right. So just kind of listening and like trying to build a picture, and then I'll shadow step out.
Okay. She continues yelling a lot of "that's not fair," and "what do you mean?" Before she is starting to knock things over. Little tiny frame is knocking vases over and tables, and she just no, and windows crack, spiral out on the side of her room. And that's about the time where you're like, well,
I gotta get this. Jump ship.
Nice.
And then I'll head back up to the library.
Okay.
I feel like right as she's stepping out of the room, and I'm like, now Thaxel, after you've sold your soul, if you choose to do that, you can actually earn your freedom back, but it's very expensive. It's so difficult. It's literally the process I'm in right now. And to be honest, I might never earn it back. I might just decide I'm never going to die.
Huh.
And he's going to tap the book that's in your hands. He's going to go, if I can't earn my freedom, I'm doing the same thing he did.
By turning into a lich?
Yes.
That'd be kind of badass.
I'm
It's better
sorry.
than the hells.
What are you saying?
You're not there yet.
Oh, yeah.
You've
this
just
is
gotten out of her
uh,
room. Yeah.
I mean, it's just shink. It doesn't take me long to get anywhere. Look.
I think with the time that you spent listening, experiencing that with Aerie, though, they probably have time for their convo.
Okay.
I think
All
maybe
right.
Rhea might be like, so you're looking to get out
Only
of
if
that
I
room?
can't get my freedom.
Well, there might be something we can do to help out with that. Let me see what I can look into for you.
I'd much prefer a less violent option.
Oh, no. I'm talking about red tape. Political way to get things done. More behind the scenes, less claw and chew. She kind of like glances at Thaxel for a minute.
I mean,
Not that there's anything wrong
that
with
shade's
Thaxel.
not funny.
Yeah. Nice. I'm going to go check on whatever's going on here. At least see what the status of this safe is. I'll be back. She heads out.
Okay. Um, um, if you want to turn into a lich aga, that's totally cool. Just don't come after me. Cool. Like, are we good?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I'll need, from what I understand, quite a bit of human sacrifice, but
I can get that for you.
I mean, I'm thinking if I was going to do it, I would just take everybody on death row and sacrifice them.
No.
Yeah,
no,
why not
honey.
use prisoners that are going to die anyway?
Because some of them, like, no, honey, my list, like, whoever is connected to McGregor and Revis, you may have their souls as long as I get to kill them.
You know,
Do I get to kill them, or do you have to kill them?
wait a minute.
Hmm.
Can I see that book for a minute?
Tell me when I'm back, Dan.
Okay.
Here, look. And I'm going to open the page to the, like, in your hands, to the page where Mephistopheles' icon is. And I'm going to go,
There.
do you know what happens in hell when you
Wait.
kill another devil?
Okay.
Do you know? Do you
Well,
know?
I just want to tell you, I was raised by a pack of wolves from the age of 7 on up until I left. So,
You're back,
no.
Bella. This is about the time.
like, I am not perverse in the ways of hells and whatever these gods and patrons are. I don't know anything except for how to be me.
Well, you do that very well.
Aw, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I'm working on the nice thing. Nobody's nice in the hells. But
I am not either. It's fine.
if you kill a devil in hell, you get his power and take his place. Or her.
There's females in hell.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm listening.
Actually, I think I know one you'd be a fan of.
Uh-huh.
It's
I need an
actually,
A.
and I'm gonna pull out for the first time. You're gonna see me like reach under the armor and pull out a chain, and there's a little fiery spear made of brass on it, and it's I think it's a Zariel, I believe, or Zariel or something like that, and it's
Aziraphale?
Zariel, I think, Zariel, and she's like the general war lord of hell. Like she's like Asmodeus has armies and she's his general, and she like fights with a spear and is badass and shit. But that's the war god patron that I chose for the cleric side
Oh.
mechanically.
Is there anything about like poison? Like I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a real innate fascination with poisons and how to kill people with them.
Well,
While they're talking
Yeah, you're
about
right,
this,
yeah.
I'm like still stealthing, just kind of like, and I'm gonna stealth up like in between them and just look down at the book at this section. Try to understand it a little.
Wait, just popping out of nowhere.
Oh no, I'm still stealthed.
but you're like right up on us reading a book
this
over
part's
our
sort
shoulder.
of open in the
Yeah.
light, yeah. Unless you're like up on the ceiling, you know. But otherwise, yeah. This part's sort of open. Poof. Go.
Why?
Oh shit!
Why? We need
Anyway,
to talk
Thaxel,
about your entrance
Thaxel,
techniques. Yes.
really?
Really amazing, isn't
Thaxel,
it?
really? Thaxel,
I'm listening.
really?
What?
Her entrances are the least bit disruptive. To be honest, after a few days of staying with her, it's going to be normal. Come on. You sleep when you're a wolf. I walk
Yeah?
around and there's a wolf in the house. There's paw prints on the floor. Come on.
Well, did you not hear? Ugh.
She poofs around in darkness. I have horns covered in electrum. Like, whatever.
Don't
Yeah,
judge.
that's actually what this is. And he'll tap his horn.
Yeah. I thought that was whatever.
May
It's
I
normal to be a
take-
wolf.
While you two are discussing the hells,
Squeaky
might
wheel
I
comes in the
take a
room.
look at this?
It's a squeaky heel. What?
Squeaky wheel. Tassos has the safe. Safe is all set and locked down here in the library, in my understanding.
Oh,
Unless you want me to take it elsewhere. You got another war room, maybe?
wherever it's going to be safe.
Take a look at that.
Certainly.
Might I
Pop
look
it
at the
open
book?
for me.
And while you're doing that, might I look at the book?
Thaxel's holding it.
In my hand. I will let you look at it while it's in my hand. Please
I'm
just
just gonna like turn it around so I can look at it, and I'm gonna be looking for. I'm looking at that middle page that had all the dealings with the devil stuff, and then I'm also looking for anything that I would have learned recently from my patron.
Make an investigation check if you would.
Investigation? It can't be perception.
Sorry. Yeah. That was pretty great. Yeah.
It's so great. 12?
Yeah, you don't spot anything.
Okay. Like I'm not trying to understand it. I'm just looking for anything that's familiar.
Yeah, you don't spot anything here in this section that appears to be familiar.
Okay, so then I'll start looking through the rest of the book, trying to find anything familiar about anything, probably, yeah, like anything having to do with anything with lichdom or lich rituals or ceremonies or anything like that.
Make an intelligence check with disadvantage because the cipher's still
crap.
on. It's like,
well, I'm not trying to understand it. I'm just trying to look like, this is a
symbols.
rune that I saw before. This is
gotcha.
a ritual that I would have seen.
Gotcha.
So like patterns. She's looking for patterns. She's not looking to read it.
I
Gotcha.
think that's the point of a cipher, though, is it removes that kind of recognizable
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a lot of symbols that you haven't seen before. It doesn't really have
That's right.
any maps or anything like that. It's mostly like symbols placed in odd directions and.
Okay. All right. Intelligence with disadvantage, which is not good for me. Oh, that's a 3.
Yeah, nothing this round. It's like,
This is frustrating. And you probably hear her say that, Thaxel, and she doesn't sound like she normally does.
Did you find what you're looking for? Or
No. No, not yet. Not yet.
okay.
She'll just close it. I have a lot to think about and a few questions to ask.
Oh, question. Who are you gonna ask?
I'm asking my patron.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I know Rhea has like one of those, so I tell him, I say hello.
Oh no, this is the Baron that you're all going to go meet because you want to find that phylactery, right?
Wait, it's a real thing? Like your patron's a real living human being?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I'm so confused. But
Thaxel,
it's fine.
A patron is somebody who sponsors somebody else. It doesn't always mean magical in nature.
I mean, he is magical, but
Yes, I know, but Dina has a very special relationship with some very powerful magical. Anyway,
I know.
But yes,
I've met
this is the man who knows quite a number about liches and he's the one who can help us find the phylactery. So you'll have a chance to meet him.
Okay, cool. So what's this dude's name? Out of curiosity, because
Hang on, let me look it up.
all right.
Because Dan told me and I can't remember.
Bob.
That's Sam.
It's the first name I get hung up on.
Von
Von Sutcliffe, but I can't think of his.
Baron Rexland.
Rexland, yes.
Rexland.
Yes.
Interesting.
Rexland von what?
Von Sutcliffe.
Oh,
Meta knowledge.
Well.
That sounds really familiar.
I know it does. It really, like Rexland sounds familiar just from this campaign, but I don't think we've ever had an encounter. Have we? No, I don't think we have. Okay, I don't know. I'll look it up later. Okay, so Rexy is who we're going to go see. Cool.
Baron von Sutcliffe.
On set.
Uh-oh.
That sounds. This is killing me. This sounds so familiar. Baron on. Okay, cool. Well, you let him know. I said hello. And we'll go see Rexy. Where is this dude?
He's in a place called Port Eslanu. Port Eslanu. How
I-
far away is that, Dan? She would know.
Oh, it's just to the east of Stonehearth, out by the, I think it's Embergate area.
I have to go there, don't I? Wait. Hold on.
So, where do you want the safe? You want to check it out, Aga?
Oh yeah, as I'm just gonna, if he'll open it because I don't have the combination yet. I want to ensure that every side of it will be at least 2 inches of lead.
It is, yeah. It's about 5 inches round, thick around each side. There's some arcane glyphs of warding that you're familiar with, and other ones that block scrying and other things like that. Even though the lead already does, it sort of has a lot of redundancies.
Okay.
I've set the code, and well, I've set it for Thaxel, but she's going to share it with you whenever she deems fit.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
Thanks, darling. Don't worry, I'll think about sharing it. Did Novella share with Thaxel where Rexy is?
Yes.
Okay, Embergate rings a bell to Thaxel. I need to go over in that direction anyways. Maybe we can make this a 2-for-1 type trip.
Very well.
Okay.
May I ask what you need in Embergate? Just out of curiosity.
It's a point of interest.
All right.
Before we leave Pele, I have a contract I'd like to complete.
What sort of contract?
Assassination.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
that's
interested.
easy. You would like we're both like, yeah, we're in this.
Do they need a poison? Wait,
Poison
I
would
heard-
work. Do you have something that we could put on like a dagger or a...
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think
No,
maybe...
no, Bella just kind of goes like shink, 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 daggers.
I think maybe
have
it actually
dogs.
might be easier to get it in her food.
darling.
I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Well, we can talk about that later. Where are we going?
I need to go
Or
lock
just
this
like-
safe into place, so if you're all done with the book, Thaxel, I can give you the code and get this bolted down into the floor.
Yeah, no, that. I'll look at Aga. Do you want here or the war room, or my room? I mean,
it's a book. Shouldn't it belong in a library?
yeah, but then I'm not near it. I don't want to sleep in here.
How is that a problem?
Well, no. I'll look at Tassos. Maybe we should do it in my room. You know, both.
Mhm.
You seem a little obsessive about this. It's a
No.
book.
I know.
Yes.
He seems a little obsessive about the whole thing, but to be honest, I think I may have just acquired some of the same taste for what she's looking for. Thaxel, do you remember when I asked you if you knew what happened when devils killed each other in hell?
Yes.
Right, they took their power and took their place, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's gonna kind of like look around and kind of like get nervous, like visibly.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to help me kill Mephistopheles?
Okay.
There's an interesting idea.
It
Honey.
obviously wouldn't happen tomorrow by any means, but
I will make you a solid deal. You help me get revenge on my family. Meaning, help me catch the people that are on my list, and I will help you take down whoever the fuck you want.
I like this deal. But in the course of taking down whoever you're after, could we learn just a little bit of careful restraint and planning? Just a little bit. I know you like to rush in headlong, but you've been patient this long. Let's be careful, and then maybe next time we can catch him alive.
You know, that was the one time that I was that impulsive, okay?
I know.
One time, and now I'm just the impulsive person. Like,
One time.
yes. Just one time.
Nice. Tassos
But,
asks again,
yeah.
like, where would you like to sell it? I want to get this secured.
He's like sitting there like, hello?
Where is my attention?
I guess like we're talking about murdering a fucking Lord of Hell, and you want to know where it's safe?
This is important.
This is a book.
Yeah.
Back in
All right, dear. Tips his hat and
maybe
throw
on my
the book
side
in.
of the head. I'll follow you back there and we'll put. Or can you if I put the book in now and then you lock it and then it's fine?
I'll put the book in, lock it. I'll show you the combination, and you share it with whoever you want.
I think maybe we could put it somewhere where I can get to it, where I don't have to interrupt your.
Well, you've already interrupted me plenty, so who cares?
And you know what, Aga's gonna look at Tassos and go, and it was a nice show, and give him a little wink.
You've earned some cred back with Tassos. All right. He has you put the book in and gives you the combination, which I'll message to you.
Cool.
It's a passphrase and then a number combination, and then wheels the book locked away in the safe out of the room to go bolt it down into your room. I think
So
good.
I was gonna, well, as I'm like focused on Aga and Bella and whoever else is in the room. So this was fun, but it looks like he may need some help, like supervising, getting that back to my room. Are we done?
Go have fun with your man.
Thanks.
Yeah, fucking
Okay.
good.
He said,
Go.
As a matter of fact, if you want some tips, I know some succubi.
emphasis on the suck.
We need to talk tomorrow.
Yeah. Go have fun tonight. We'll talk
Okay.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna go get laid.
Nice.
Once,
my God.
once she leaves, I'm going to turn to Aga. So you want help taking down this one? This one.
Yeah, go quiet when you say that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So again, I'm like Thaxel. I'm looking for revenge. You help me find information about this man. Get me that information, and then I'll help get you information.
Oh, I
See from there.
think I may have misled you. I was not asking for help getting information. I'm actually quite good at that myself. I was asking for those fists of yours to come along in the fight.
I admit I haven't punched a devil yet.
Well,
But,
even after
you
you've
know-
punched a devil, punching Mephistopheles will still be very different. A Lord of Hell is...
I could use a Lord of Hell on my side, considering what plans I have in the future.
Well,
Help me find this man. We've been tracking him for who knows how long now.
this Revis?
No, Jeeves. He's not important.
Stepping stone, huh?
More like a means to an end. A precursor, if you will.
You know, I saw a lot of bodies around Revis's ritual. And you said you worked for him. And that he murdered your friends. I don't know, like grab her arm and like the squishy What did he do to you?
He didn't do anything to me.
What did you do to yourself?
Maybe I'll tell you a little bit more of my story if you help me find him.
You could start with giving me a name.
I will text that to you.
Okay.
Because
although Rhea's in the room with us.
Oh, Rhea went out to go do something. She was like,
"Oh
I'm gonna
shit!
go.
I wanted to talk to Rhea.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Okay.
No,
That's okay.
For reasons of secrecy and the crossover, I am going to text it to you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it has to
Secrets
stay
are
off
not-
lips until until we get our crossover.
now I just have to remember his whole name. I only remember his first name.
I'll look it up. I have to have it somewhere.
Yeah, because it's way far back. Gosh dang it! No, you know what? I might have it in my character background. Anyways, I'll get that to you later.
So she'll tell you the name.
Okay. Side note: speaking of names, Dan, what was the name of the? Oh God, the target for the
Well, she went by Ronan in the city.
Ronan. That's what it was. Okay, but her actual name was.
Let's take a look.
I have forgotten all about her.
Oh.
Nice.
This is
You know what?
this is the assassination that I wanted to do.
Laurel
You know what?
Romaris.
Okay.
Hang on. We have the wiki for a reason.
Ooh, yeah. Laurel Romaris is her name, and
So she'll
have a
tell you
wiki?
the name, and then
Yes, we do. And then she'll tell you the name, and then she'll tell you a little bit about what she knows about him.
but for the time being, till I have a chance to talk with you, Rob, don't mention the name, please. That part has to. It's just to work in.
I can tell because it's being messaged that it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It would ruin the crossover. It's that vital.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll tweet it out tomorrow.
Nice. Awesome.
Follow me at Bob. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no! It's just his first name on the wiki.
I'll get it.
I gotta update this. Okay. Thanks, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You tell him.
Just put it all in the DM. No problem.
Nice.
Just tell me the name, and then I can tell him. So that's fine.
Okay.
But anyway, she'll tell you about him. She'll tell you what he looks like and a little bit about his background. And I've been tracking him a little bit. He's a little bit hard to track sometimes because I'm sure, as you're well aware, money can grease fingers and erase records.
You do realize there's magic out there that erases memories, right?
Oh, I'm very well aware.
Okay. It's potent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Worked for me.
Did you lose a memory, or did you cause someone to lose a memory?
Oh, I paid for one removed.
Interesting. I'll have to find out some of your stories sometime, too.
Wish I could tell you 'em. That one's gone. I remember paying for it. I remember the casting. Can't remember what it was I wanted removed.
Gone or just replaced?
Gone.
Hmm.
Fuzzy. Try to think about it. Just empty.
Hmm.
It's like reaching into a bucket that you know you've got something in and hitting the bottom.
Or a bag of holding.
Yeah, sticking your arm all the way in and empty air.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I will help you rise to this position. I want my revenge on this man first. And then I think we could have an interesting partnership in the future.
I think so too. I think that would work well.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I'm curious about, I guess I'll find out I don't know if the Lords of Hell can actually leave Hell. Who knows? Suppose I'll
Still.
find out when I am one, right?
Even if you can't, that's why you send other people out.
It's not the same though. And he kind of like his expression grows like dark for a minute. Like you can tell he's very happy to not be in hell right now.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to go track down Rhea. I want to speak with her for a moment. You're going to do your follow me around while I can't see you thing?
If I do, you'll never know. And she vanishes into the shadows.
Nice. All right. So Aga, you head out into the hallway to do that, and Nobella, what do you want to do?
I'm actually going back up to my room.
Oh, okay, nice. Sweet.
The whole way to find Rhea, I'm like, so Nobella, I'm very interested in this new.
I'll walk beside you for a little while, and then just kind of leave in the middle of an uninteresting sentence.
As you are out, that's awesome. You're out in the hallway, and you've gone while you're looking for Rhea. You do come across a servant that is tending the top of the staircase. You haven't seen Rhea yet, but the servant may know.
I'll stop. Hail the servant. Has my paper arrived from the city yet?
I'm sorry, sir. No, it's a half-elf woman.
Okay.
Early 30s.
Have you seen Master Rhea?
Yes, she, well, the last I saw her, she was heading down towards, the young one's room, Airy. Sounded like there was an argument or a fight.
Perhaps I can wait till tomorrow then, and he'll thank her and say goodnight.
Good night. Make a perception check if you would, Aga.
Oh God, 10, 8 plus 2. Perception checks are not going well.
That's right, because you're just down the hallway from Aries' room. You hear some of the yelling. Of course, you just hear Airy. You hear a thing or two break in there. And you feel very powerful energy coming from that room. Just to set what you would be seeing and feeling.
I'll kind of like walk closer to the door. Do I hear Rhea?
You do not hear Rhea. And you approach, you hear a muffled yell through the door and something break, and then it gets quiet.
I'll knock.
Come in. Harry calls.
I'll open the door. I'll just stand in the doorway. I'm not going to walk in.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to walk in. It's trashed. A lot of this is some pretty solid stuff. 4-post beds, a bed in here, and other things. Posts are broken. Drawers are pulled out of dressers. The windows have this spiraling out, almost like a pattern to the cracks emanating from the center. And Airy is across. So she's in the center portion of the room, not on your side, not on the opposite side, but in the middle, but all the way off to the left by the cracked windows. And the moons are out, and you can just see sort of the back of her hair. There's like that hair light from the moon that's just highlighting the edges of her hair. The back, again, the back seems to be calm and standing there with her robes, cloak down, a hood down, but the cloak on, covering most of her. Yes. She doesn't turn around.
Is she in her grown form or her young form?
Young form.
Okay. He'll look around. Did Rhea come see you?
Oh no, it's you who I was waiting for. Still hasn't
Waiting
turned
for?
around. Mm-hmm.
He's gonna pull out his shield and just kind of hold it next to him.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
He's gonna kind of like prestidigitation while he walks towards her real slow, just kind of like moving the dirt out from under his feet so there's nothing to trip on.
Nice.
He's gonna like real careful, like, Harry, turn around.
Of course. I'd hate for you to have to talk about me behind my back. And as she says that, this billowing black cloud of smoke bursts out from under her form. You see her eyes are completely red with these bright yellow-orange slits. And it turns over to a blue flame. The temperature in the room drops to freezing cold temperatures. We have much to discuss, don't we? Also, elsewhere in the house, Thaxel, you arrive in the room. Just a couple minutes behind Tassos. And the safe is, off to the side. It's been placed into some brackets that started getting placed in the floor, but it hasn't been completely latched down. The safe is open, and you don't see Tassos.
Okay, shit. I'm gonna call for him. Tassos. Well?
Elsewhere, somewhere, Tassos pauses, almost as though his ears are burning. In his hand, a book and a golden backing click back into place on the book. Only Tassos can handle the power of this book. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. I so wish Ari was here because she's been wondering who this thing is for a long time.
Okay.
Motherfucking Dan!
Oh my God, Dan! If that thing in her head is Mephistopheles, I'm so mad at you. Mad at you.
You do recall that she was. I had to retcon something when she was like, the voice inside was mad at you, or didn't trust you, and I was like, oh wait, and then I was like, no, it's fine.
Can we flood the chat with Dan it emotes?
I already did it.
Yay!
Can we have more?
And you brilliant evil bastard.
What?
That's the highest compliment to Dion.
I love it. Yeah, I'm so glad you like it. Yay!
I'm so glad you like it. He says, laughing.
My poor
Dude.
Tassos.
Dude, she. Oh my
Is that
God.
when he hit it in the water?
Mm-hmm. You were able to knock his hand away from the book, but that is something that was loosened. Perhaps, partly by design, as that is the key part of this book, as it seems relatively innocent. Yeah, Aga, we got some juicy stuff for you too. I've been waiting because I want some Aga stuff flooded in here, and all the things are connected behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Things are just going to keep getting crazier as we soar towards our...
Axel?
Hey guys, we
I
haven't had a
told
long
you to
rest
put
yet.
it in my room. I'm so mad at you. Oh, I'm so mad at you.
Hey guys, remember how we haven't had a long rest yet?
Uh-huh.
I had a short rest. I'm fine.
I had no idea you were going to
had a
say
short
anything.
rest.
Yeah, you did a short rest. Yeah, it was funny because I'm like, I knew that this was going to happen, this session. No idea that you were going to say anything about Mephistopheles. I was just waiting for the reveal. When you said that, I'm like, oh, this is going to make that reveal even juicier. Because he's he's been right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What if he'd heard me say, I want to kill him?
I know.
No, she
What if
thinks
he'd
before
heard
that.
He did turn and say, I wouldn't want you to talk behind my back.
But there's no way he heard that from her room.
She was gone. Although Dan. Oh no.
Yeah,
this-
well,
this smirk.
he's saying that because Aga didn't know that it was him in her head. He didn't hear.
We don't even know if it's him.
Yeah. Let's see if
Dropped.
Rhea can fix this.
Devil eyes.
Hopefully, because I got a spells, guys. Except for like 2 first level slots.
Nice.
I do, but since we got a short rest, I have my wild shades back or my elemental form, so we should be.
I mean, I have most of my key points.
Shit, man, I've
anyways,
talked
too,
so much shit about the hells in front of him.
You did.
Yeah.
You dead? Oh,
But just to be
God.
clear, Dan, am I alone in the room with him and her?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, would her room have been before my room? Because if not, I'm still kind of following him.
No, yours is, yeah. No, hers is at the end there.
You said you were walking off after an unimportant sentence, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's in the same house. So, you know, it's a large house, but it's close, you know, there's still close quarters. Yay, exciting! I hope you all enjoy the cliffhangery goodness and the story tied together.
You know what's crazy, Dan, is you were like, you hear like there's a evil emanating force, and I was like, yeah, I'll just let Rhea deal with it. I was this close to being like, I'm going to bed.
Right?
And then we would have had a long rest, but no.
Oh, there was a backup plan, you know, because he wasn't going to wait. Mephistopheles. But it was
Wake
fun.
up with him over the bed and go like, oh fuck.
What's going on? Yeah. Oh, amazing. Well, thank you all so much.
Clean your room.
Yeah, what is this mess? I raised you better.
There's a blood stain on the floor.
There should be more.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Horsey. Really, Horsey? Is this your first time watching this campaign? Juicy for you, then, if it is. I'm just so used to seeing you in chat, I didn't realize.
As somebody who's unfamiliar with Twitch, can you explain what happened with a raid? Is that where somebody hosts you?
It's when a channel finishes their stream and they put all their viewers into our chat. They raid with all the players are dumped into our chat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
That's
thank
like
you.
twice within the past 2 weeks.
It's been nice. Yeah, and
been
if
awesome.
anyone's here in chat from the raid, thank you again so much. I hope you had fun. We have a couple I guess I should explain a little bit. We have a crossover coming up between 2 of our campaigns. This is Kier's Lament. We stream it every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. It's our all evil campaign.
You're very evil.
Yes. And then Friday nights we have Stormfall, which is our good campaign.
It's not so much good as it is drama.
We're gonna call it the good drama.
It's the soap opera.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, if you watch the last 2 episodes of this, it's a soap opera too.
I'm
It is
trying super hard
100%.
to bring the drama for all of you. And that's Stormfall. That's every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern.
Which I am also in.
Woo-hoo. And we're doing a crossover. Kier's Lament. This is her 52nd episode.
So much fun.
Yeah, and Stormfall is on like 94, somewhere around there.
80 something, isn't it?
Oh, it's in the 90s now.
Is it in the 90s now?
Yeah, we're nearing on 100. It's 2 years for Stormfall, 1 year for Kier's Lament. Now we have another campaign that one of our players, Rhea, Victoria, DMs. It's every Sunday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, called The Obsidian Scar. And I get to be a player in that. Yay! And Tasha. /Daxel.
Well, I'll be back in November, but yay!
Yeah. But we're doing a crossover between the 2 that I DM, and so some of these things are sort of building up and crossing over. So you might see some people in chat be like, what? Because they're from the other campaign, and they'll be like, Sam here is the plays Nobella, and this campaign is in the other one as well. So she's like, what?
Mm-hmm. Great.
Speaking of drama, Horsey Toad just said in the chat, I'm used to watching WWE Tuesdays, but that.
Nice. Oh, that's on Friday now. Oh, no. So we'll have a new Tuesday night viewer. And we'll lose
Heyo.
one for Stormfall.
Horsey's welcome anytime.
Yeah.
Horsey's
Anytime,
awesome.
anywhere.
Oh, I thought he was saying that the drama was on Tuesday. Okay, never
For
mind.
real. It did sound
Yeah.
like that at first. And frankly, we brought it.
Yeah.
So thank you, players. Amazing as always. I love watching you, like where you take the story and your character. I love how true to your characters you are. I love that you just follow your characters' hearts and whimsies. I love it. Woot woot. Yeah.
Speaking of thank you, players, thank you, Dan, Because
you,
that
Dan.
sultry, that sultry, sexy palm tree is going to live forever now.
Nice.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, I love that spell so much.
Can I just? I like that. That's my favorite D&D trope now. That the best NPCs are plants.
Yeah, right. I feel like it's my permission to go berserk with like the attitudes and voices and stuff. Like I'm just gonna be extra
Please
silly.
do.
Yeah.
Please
yeah.
do. It is
Yeah.
Awesome.
the best.
It is very fun.
Sweet. So thank you, viewers, of course, as well. Always so wonderful. I love reading chat when I get the chance to. Hilarious, amazing, and uplifting. I love seeing the feels when we have those beautiful moments. And the drama moments, like what now? But I'll wrap it up here. I know we were running a bit late, so I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I can't wait to catch you all again soon. You know what? I should probably put in quickly or YouTube.
See you Friday.
Yeah, catch all our stuff on YouTube. Catch y'all soon. Have a great night.
Bye.